Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission, to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance. I am your Game Master, August Schmid, and with me, as always, are the next third of the crew of the USS Confidence. Say hello, everybody!
Hello, everybody!
Oh, man. I'm so excited. Of course, we saw our wonderful group earlier. This is a bit of a chronological anthology where all the groups get to act together. For those that are starting to pop in the chat, yes, this is, in fact, more. You're not wrong. You didn't think we were streaming this long. Don't worry. We're not crazy. This is a brand new season, brand new game we're trying on Nat 13. Of course, this is using the Dungeons & Dragons Star Wars 5th Edition and a lot of homebrew, let's be honest. A lot of stuff we're having to make up as we go. Because it's Star Trek, baby. We gotta go for it. We're gonna go ahead and we'll get to introduce everyone. I did start on the left side last time, so just to be fair, we'll start on the right. If you just want to introduce yourself, we'll get into, of course, the character creations later. But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself and something about you.
Like, me personally?
Yeah, sure.
I'm Nick. I like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Nick, I love
Been
it.
taking
Excellent.
walks on the beach.
Not single.
That fun fact, that was Nathan's tag. Nathan, I see you're watching already. Yeah, Nathan's tag was, I'm single.
Gosh,
Here we
that's
go.
hilarious.
Well, I'm Sam,
Making a lot of
and
friends.
I was here earlier today, so you might recognize the sound of my slightly irritating voice.
Whatever.
But I am back for round 2, and I'm still the rules lawyer. Also, I went second last time in the introduction, so this is cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I realized that before I made the chat. I'm like, oops.
That's actually so cool.
Just players, not
Yeah,
characters.
we'll get to characters, of course, in a second.
I am Megan. I am the DM's wife. He does not let me get away with anything.
He's extra critical of her.
Yeah, that's all you gotta know. And
Technically
I finally
speaking,
found
she's
that
not
he
my
likes
wife
me.
because I'm the game master
If
now.
you
She's
are
only married to the
watching,
dungeon master.
You know I have cursed dice. I finally found one that likes me. And now that I've said that, I'm probably gonna roll terrible.
We're actually really excited.
Knocking on
We're
wood is
finally
fine.
gonna see Megan will make great plans and they'll come to
And then,
fruition. This is gone are the days where Megan will say something cool and go, never mind.
Never mind.
Blows up.
I'm still mixing.
I'm Marissa.
Yeah.
I like long romantic walks to the fridge.
Ah.
And poking dead things with a stick. No, she not.
Scenic drives to Taco Bell.
And we're quickly moving on. Cut the
Yeah.
camera, cut the camera.
Somehow not the weirdest thing I've heard.
Somehow. Awesome. Thank you.
I'm Mason. I normally play paladins, but I'm mixing it up with barbarian.
Woo! Bit of mix-up today. It's true. Our resident
If you
paladin is not a
multi-classes.
paladin.
Watch
pretty
him
cool.
multi-class.
Watch the
I
multi-class.
know, right?
Next session comes to me in secret.
He's done
we
it
gotta
before.
change.
I know.
I gotta
Paladin.
stop. It's a. I gotta fix.
August, August, just picture this.
Accurately.
Raging while divine smite.
Oh
And
no!
I'll sit here and
You can do it in the
I'll,
rules. You
Oh,
can.
no.
You can.
Yep.
and
Oh,
I'll have to
no.
owe Megan $10 because we made a bet on it, probably. I'm sorry. And finally.
Oh yes, I'm Adrian or Lonnie. Either one works.
Yes.
I am blanking. I am the most boring person here. Let's move on.
We would totally
You
do
are
that.
not boring. Come
No
on.
idea what to say.
Oh man, we are so excited though. Of
One
course.
more sip of side girl.
Welcome to Star Trek, what I'm calling Star Trek Ascendance. As we begin, we must always start with a bit of tableau, a bit of viewing pleasure for not only you, but the audience at home. We see a sprawling galaxy, beautiful stars, comets and nebulae, zooming down and in to a familiar looking galaxy that we press ever onward and inward until we see a solar system that we are all rather well acquainted with. Beautiful blue marble that she is, the earth spinning, all the continents upon it and the people therein. We find ourselves coming ever downwards into, through fog and cloud, a strange area rising out of the early morning mist, giant sprawling towers, is the Golden Gate Bridge. As we see the Golden Gate Bridge moving across the Bay Area, beautiful landscape, cars driving both on and over the bridge. As we see a few speeders moving through the waters, we see the Starfleet Academy. Emblazoned upon the Academy, we do see, of course, our motto, Ad Astra per Aspera, to the stars through hardship. Students and cadets are moving along their way, each dressed in their finest, some with briefcases, some with tricorders, some with just some data pads, maybe doing some last-minute cramming before exams. But we finally move onward towards the grand, what some people, of course, students, would just call the Picard, but we know it as the Jean-Luc Picard, house and home for the excellence of students, this grand building built in his name. Inside are rows upon rows of the senior class of this, the most current star date. Excuse me, I totally put it, I'll tell you on a second, just of course I gotta keep my star dates down because dates are important in Star Trek. But we see, of course, these about 300 currently cadets all lined up in their maroon finest. We notice far at the end of the hall with a little podium standing there is a rather old man, gray hair, smile curved a little bit into the lips just from constant smiling. This is, of course, we know by the 4 pips with the ring around, a admiral of Starfleet known as Admiral Rick Shaw. It is important to note that this is stardate 73925, or as we would probably know it on planet side, January 8th, 2399. Standing here, Admiral Rick Shaw is speaking to you all. You see, it's just that attention. Cadets, we couldn't be prouder and, well, of course, more pleased with your work. You've done some good years, of course, here at the Academy, but the time has come. We need to move on and get you all towards your next deployments. Please be advised that throughout this examination process that we will have certain Starfleet personnel observing you. You'll be starting with the total 100 points, and through certain failures through the test, you will only be demerited points. Please be advised that though not usual, you can fail this final examination. Of course, we wish you all the best and Godspeed. As you see, kind of like finishing up, all these cadets do one final salute, kind of nods, moves on. He's got a lot to do today, as there's a lot of cadets graduating. There's a lot of people he needs to talk to. In this room, though, as cadets are starting to break rank, kind of move around, start to get ready, you see a lot of commanders and lieutenants are coming in with data pads and starting to call names of cadets and putting them in groups. And let's see who we go to first. Interesting. Let's pull up some music then.
What?
Out of the many cadets here, what really is everyone's defining features is usually themselves. As when your uniforms are all basically the same, it's more you want to look at people's faces and who they are. But we do see a cadet who we cannot see their face. Marissa, would you like to introduce your character and maybe what they look like for everyone?
Yes, I was drawing the mask.
I love it.
It's not as prepared as I
Gotta go.
want it to be.
Come back to me later.
Let's describe the mask later.
Yeah, please.
Obviously I'm a monk, way of mercy.
Yes. Are you
so
serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes!
So my name is Mondo Guilford, and that name was decided. That's anyway. Focused. Okay. Anyway, I am a half elf. I'm excited to try and take this test and join. I've got a buzz cut, and so slightly pointy ears, and yeah, mostly quiet, way of mercy monk. And when I'm done drawing the thing, I'll show.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We see, of course, this happen. And I should say, reflavored, technically, Trill is the person you would be. Like, if someone were to come, you'd be a Trill, but we call it half-elves, just a lot of reflavoring here in Nat 13. No, you're totally fine.
I love that. Okay. I knew that.
We see Cadet Guilford, Mondo. You see a young man, kind of like glassy. He looks actually a bit older now that you look at him, but it's that like crow's-feet look. All right, you're gonna be in beta group. Come with me, please. As you're kind of walking along, you see everyone's milling about because friends are talking to friends they've met at the academy. Mondo, it's been a nice time. Like you didn't go out and join any big clubs probably, but it still has been a great academy experience for you. Making your way, eventually you find yourself at a bit of a hallway where this man just hold here. We're gonna keep gathering more cadets of your group. As he goes off, we are going to kind of like backtrack, cut a little, Mondo, to your entrance processing, where you met with, interestingly enough, Admiral Rick Shaw. As there's a couple of admirals, it's a process that for all kind of remember, but we zoom into this because as we see scene changes, shifts, as you kind of go into that thought process of your first day, stepping into the academy, mask on, everything, of course, being from this religious order, having these ideas, you see Admiral Shaw kind of like looking at just, right, Mondo, is it? Now tell me, Mondo, you've got amazing credentials, of course, being from a Federation planet, you're perfectly acceptable to join, but well, let's put away the pageantry. Why do you want to join Starfleet?
Protect.
I like that. I really do. You know, I got some kids going through this year. They're great. And if there's one thing that every single cadet should understand, in Starfleet, we only care about protecting others. One of our highest callings. I can't get... Okay, thank you for nodding. I don't see... You've got a mask on. Thank you for physically nodding. But, honestly, your entrance grades look fine. You'll probably do great in the academy. It says you're a good hand-to-hand specialist to understand with your religious order. Well, you should go into operations. You could probably go really far with them. Unless... I don't mean to overstep. Do you have any... sorry. Once again, physical head. I cannot see a facial expression. That's on. Thank you for understanding. Do you want to join any sort of science or command path here at the academy?
I think hand-to-hand or what you described would be probably a good fit.
Thank you so much. No, I think you're going to do great. Honestly, looks like impressive physical evaluation before we begin. You're going to do great. Thank you. We kind of come back. You, again, remembering that first day, and wow, it feels such a short time, of course, when you're like, man, it just kind of like all happened. All the classes, meeting people, as we start to gather more of the beta group. Of course, contrast is easy when someone with a mask and cadet uniform. We watch as this man, kind of checking data pads, scanning faces, walks over and makes his way towards a rather imposingly tall figure. Coming up, just, all right, Cadet Mitzvah?
Just say McTavish.
Mason, go ahead and describe your character for us.
So here we have a... Ooh, how tall should he be?
He'd be pretty tall.
Say, yeah. 7'2".
Oh my goodness.
White half lion man.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Hell yeah.
That's terrifying.
It's impressive. All right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Read the notes. Yes. Cadet McTavish, you're in the beta group today. Come along with me.
All right.
Kind of starts walking you through. Cadets moving. You part the path before even your instructor does. You know, this lieutenant that's kind of gathering you. As people just, oh my gosh, Like, as being what we would know fancy, a Leonin, or of course in this world, a Caitian. Very feline people. There's actually been a couple famous Caitians in Starfleet before, and so it's no surprise that one as formidable as you is joining. Coming up, you of course see Cadet Guilford or Mondo. You probably, again, it's enough you've all had like a class or two together. It's hard to get away from that when the academy's not like a huge campus. As we come in though, I think we cut back, of course, to your first entrance exam. We see, of course, a few years younger. The fur's not as long, right? Maybe a little less
Not as
whisker.
bushy a mane.
Right. But we see a rather younger McTavish, or Mtavash, standing before what we know as the Fleet Admiral, one Hank Noble. Fleet Admiral Noble, sitting in his office, is looking as you are a bit of a special case, McTavish. You're not the regular recruit to join. You see Admiral Noble looks up. Rather impressive record, if I do say so myself.
Hey.
I must ask, Mr. Mtavash. According to records, you, well, for being perfectly honest, are royalty.
In a sense of speaking, aye.
Now, we at Starfleet, of course, welcome all who wish to join the Academy, but I must ask, why?
There's more good I could do in Starfleet than just sitting on Homeworld.
That is true, but your record is, well, dare I say, rather impeccably impressive. Impressive skills in both combat, leadership, technology, and science. You're quite the well-rounded man, Mtavash.
Hey, thank you.
If you were to join Starfleet, honestly, I don't believe I can stop you. Merely offer you, perhaps, a word of warning,
Aye.
shall we say? Those that join Starfleet shouldn't do it to run away from their past.
Mm-hmm.
Mtavash, the world is full of obvious things which nobody by any chance ever observes. You have more to you than meets the eye. If this is your choice, I more than happily will sign off and you'll begin your academy training immediately. But I must say, I find it odd.
The galaxy's full of oddities.
That it is, Cadet. As shakes your hand, he's a very man, he's got a grip, right? I mean, you're like, oh, he's kind of old. He's got that slick black hair, kind of gray, and yeah, wow, good handshake.
Yeah.
But it's still that cutting back. Of course, here it is, final exam. This has all been leading up to this. As standing here now with Cadet Guilford, we move on to our next character. It looks immediately like the pumpkin seed in my mouth.
What?
The lieutenant is already walking back, is what you two immediately realize, but you don't see a cadet with him. And so there's that natural sense until your eyes move downward. Megan, you want to introduce your character?
I'm loving this.
You guys know, I think Janice from the Muppets, where she's got slightly more humanoid features. This Muppet probably does have sandy blonde hair, but really short, maybe a bob type thing going on. And you're seeing technically she is wearing that Starfleet cadet trainee uniform, but it's made as part of this whole Muppet body thing. You're not sure yet whether she can take it off or not. You don't want to ask. She's a full felt Muppet just shuffling down the hallway.
Is your uniform your body, or is your
she
body
has
your
this
hair?
perpetual smile on her face, right? Because you can only do so much with little Muppet mouth.
I'm so confused.
This giant Leo
There's
Urcacian
always
and trill woman standing
We have
here.
Of course,
Larry the
Schmidt.
Cucumber.
Lieutenant, just all
I
right.
have this first.
Yeah.
Cadet Jamie, you're in beta
Yes,
group.
sir.
Yeah. arms kind of wave a little as you say here. Just stay here.
Chaos.
Chaos.
I
Um,
love this.
As anyone looking, there is a line now. Beta Group has started drawing eyes because already it's like, oh yeah, there's the cadet with the mask. What? The gay shit? Is that a Muppet? Like everyone just stops and follows. And we cut back to
Weirdest effing group.
your entrance examination or interview. We see, fun fact, I rolled different each time. An Admiral Stansfield. You see this woman, Stansfield, she is like rather proper, what we would think of as very much a McGonagall, high type bun. She's got like full pinstripe suit, still in, of course, regulation Federation standard. Looking at you with like no amusement on her face, even though to anyone else it's the funniest thing where like you're like half sitting on the chair but your body is sliding down and like there's just a plate of cookies in front of you that you've been like
Amazing.
According to this letter you're allowed in Starfleet. It is a official recommendation and signed. It I can find no forgery. Young lady?
Oh, sure, let's go with that.
Young lady, why are you joining Starfleet?
It's almost surprising how expressive a full felt puppet can be, but she
Right.
looks very deliberately down at her felt body and then looks up at this much more humanoid person and says, well, I think it's pretty clear that my people can learn a lot from, every other people out there. So I kind of wanted to learn about different peoples.
Yes, the Muppetoid race. You are recently introduced to the Federation, but well, your letter of recommendation clears you for entrance completely. Welcome to Starfleet.
Thank you, ma'am.
You see this woman, you picked the funniest one if we're being honest, or I wrote
Yeah.
the funniest one. This woman, who is so no nonsense, is having to sit here and hold an interview exam with a Muppet, and is going, oh? As you're just kind of shuffling around, cutting badges. Wow, it's been a day. Your classes have been super fun. Everyone's been super nice. You've always gotten the weird looks, as everyone always like looks down and wonders how you're shuffling.
To be fair, I'm giving everyone else the weird looks too. I don't know how any of their bodies work.
That's wow! Oh my
That's
goodness!
a fair point.
Oh my
That's a fair point.
At
goodness!
this point.
That's a fair point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, this Muppet just like, well, hey, I mean, how do you
This
work?
is life, yeah.
That's life. And it's hilarious, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Oh, man. We cut away to now a completely different person.
I would assume so.
Oh, back to
I hope so.
Sinister.
Once again, everyone, it's becoming much faster as cadets are moving off to their groups. We see, kind of like with McTavish, a much larger person is being escorted by the lieutenant. Coming up, just, alrighty, cadet, am I,
Jumbo?
you don't got last names?
Nope. No last name, just Jumbo.
Alright,
Like
Cadet
the-
Jumbo. Well, welcome to Beta Group. This will be your examination group for the day. Good luck. Go ahead and introduce your character. Maybe what you look like, who you are for the group. Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Oh no!
So I am
My
Jumbo.
childhood.
Some may call me a geneticist. I can teach you about bodies.
Wait, Jumbo!
No. You're thinking of Jumbo. This is Jumbo.
I was so worried for a second.
Very, very similar though.
Very similar.
I've got 4 eyes, a very, very round nose, a really long mouth, and I often wear a white lab coat.
Dude, it's
But it's
totally
Jumbo, guys.
is.
Come on, like totally different. It's Jumbo.
Totally
I'm
different.
telling you,
Uh,
secret twins.
Fun fact,
Oh my
according to
goodness.
Star Trek lore, what many people would know actually as an Illyrian. Illyrians are the geneticists. Star Trek has always had a bit of a
Could it say
fraught
it was me,
relationship with genetics, though, especially for genetic modifications.
I'm a
I-
doctor.
Trust me.
What do you doctor? That's what I want to know.
We cut to your interview.
Me too.
Interesting. We cut to Fleet Admiral Hank Noble as Jumbo.
Get one job on this.
The first sip of the evening.
Problem.
First of the campaign, I should
Have a
say.
huge problem.
It's
Jumbo.
Nick. What are you surprised by?
Jumbo, you were talking with the Fleet Admiral as, speaking of special cases, Mr. Jumbo, I do find it, of course, rather strange. We do, of course, allow Illyrians in, but you have had a penchant for genetics, if I'm not too,
I do enjoy learning, yes.
Now, I actually am, well, shall I say, decent enough friends with a colleague of yours, Dr. Dato, I believe was his name. Good man, but I must, of course, make you aware, genetic modification is not allowed in the Federation.
I'm not planning on genetic modification. You can write that down.
He's gonna, you see.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I wish you all the luck in Starfleet.
Thank you.
As I would love for you in this moment to roll me an insight check. First one of the campaign, actually.
Nate, don't screw this up.
Don't mess up, don't mess up.
You wanna roll a
Insight,
dice
you
tray?
said?
It is an insight.
Sure.
We can share this dice tray the entire session if
Yeah.
8.
Hey, this dude looks so, like, suspicious, for being honest.
Yeah.
Because Illyrians are awesome. Again, many Illyrians have joined Starfleet. That's not the issue. It's always, though, just... Federation has always said hard no to genetic modification.
That makes sense.
A lot of them have issues. In fact, some of them have very, very strong standings when it comes to things that are genetically modified. And so you see just that inquisitive, like, suspicion in his eyes of just looking at you as you kind of, like, stand up, leave your office. Again, it's almost like with Mr. They almost can't stop you. You're Federation planet born, like, you've got all the right modification, and you passed all the exams,
Yeah.
But
before and after.
there is still that.
I've got eyes watching.
As the four of you now standing together, you all kind of are waiting. There is a bit of a waiting period before our next member, and so you all have a bit of a moment to talk for a moment.
Who's the troublemaker, me or Lonnie? Apparently both of us.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this.
I mean,
Actually,
I'm
I
obviously
should've-
a
I should've-
troublemaker, but
I maybe should have seen it coming a little bit. They're all quiet.
Awkward tension of the four cadets. Again, to be fair, what do you say when someone's wearing a mask? Interesting, I love it.
I did that before I found out that guy had 4 eyes. So, but anyway.
Just seriously erase it. Like, in a corner, take off the mask and quickly just scrape it.
Like the first
redesign.
one.
Yeah. I've got.
No, there's
with my
plenty
real
of
eyes
species
will
with
be-
multiple eyes. Here. Like, that's
Yeah.
nothing new.
So these will be his real eyes, but then like
Oh, that's cool. And then
5
the rest
additional.
painted.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You see Mondo, Jamie, McTavish, and Jumbo.
Nice catch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that.
Thought it so often, it's so much harder to have to say over and
Yep.
over.
I love
Wow.
that.
The four of you are waiting.
So much.
After some time, it's kind of that like pattering of knees, like do, wait and wait. Eventually, you see the lieutenant is returning with another person. As they approach, Lonnie, would you like to describe your character?
So you're the troublemaker.
we saw that coming.
So I didn't do this on purpose, but apparently this is going to be the second pink character I'm playing. She is technically of the Orion race. Yes, they're supposed to be green. You don't need to know why she's pink. She is.
I can figure it out. Yeah, she's
That's
pink,
it.
ask
No
questions.
more lore. We've done it.
She's
don't worry about it.
fairly tall. She, frankly, she looks like she should be a barmaid, and that would be fairly accurate.
Are
And
we talking like classical D&D barmaid?
Got it.
Anyway,
It's a good thing I don't feel emotion as this character.
she's wearing the classic uniform, but anyway. So that's about what she looks like. There you go.
Class cadet uniform, you pervert. Anyway, yes, well, we see approaching as Cadet Lithal, Katira.
I told you.
Sorry.
Katira, Cadet Katira, you're going to be, of course, with Group Beta. Please wait while we retrieve the last member.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. As stepping away, we cut to your entrance exam. I keep saying exam. I should say interview. As you are in Admiral Rick Shaw's office, as sitting here, just right. Well,
Santa.
why are you okay
Oh,
now?
that's funny.
You've got some interesting.
I have the best credentials.
You've got
Oh,
credentials. I have
The
to ask.
charisma on this character.
Are you? It says here you've owned and operated a bar
Yes.
I'm loving this character
for
so
the
much right
last. How many star dates?
You never ask a woman her age.
The sass on this one.
Right, but for legal purposes, I'm just curious why someone who's been a bartender for, according to our records, a while, is now joining Starfleet.
I wish I could say this sarcastically, but I found a higher path. Reverend Orca Zix, if you've heard his name.
I absolutely have.
now. Did you do
Not
any
surprised.
Well, of course, we have never hold any prejudice for religious reasons for joining Starfleet, and well, you passed basically most of your entrance.
What is most?
I guess. Welcome aboard, Cadet.
Thank you. I'm just gonna take a flask out of my jacket, take a drink.
It's also like you've got like the leather jacket,
Yep.
like grunge bartender look going on, and so that's what makes this interview even funnier. You're just like, really? I found a higher calling.
Booze.
Admiral Shad, do well in Starfleet.
I'm walking away, just raise my flask.
Well, we don't. No, you're gonna learn. As you did learn throughout. Apparently, Starfleet's a bunch of prudes when it comes to drinking in class and all that. But standing here now with Group Beta, it's pretty close. You're finally about to really get out there among the stars. Been a while.
Not around here.
There's a reason why I was like, this is kind of weird, August, but I kind of have an idea.
I guess I have an idea. And finally, we see the last figure walking forward. All of you, though, do need to stop. Passive perception dictates that this is a person, and yet there's the slightest uncanny valley to our final figure. Sam, would you like to introduce your character?
Walking forward, standard crisp cadet uniform, as if it's been pressed and ironed every day.
Oh no.
Shoes, nice and shiny. Hair, like about my length, a bit longer. Pitch black. Paler skin, that's probably the unnatural thing, but looks very human otherwise. Except for his eyes, which always seem to be moving around everywhere.
Alright, Cadet, Cadet call sign ZORS3M.
Present.
Alright, Beta Group, here we go. You will be in Holodeck Simulation 720 today for your examinations. Everyone, prepare yourselves to go. Excuse me. You see a little bleep on his pad. You've got another cadet that will be joining your group. I guess they had an overflow of cadets, so they'll meet us there, I guess, in one of the other groups. I'll make 7. Yep, perfect number. Okay. Follow me. As he starts walking, you see he put something in datapad, and a bunch of cute little like stars and arrows kind of like glow along the wall and sides. Just kind of help show and direct as hundreds of people are taking the exam today in so many different groups, and it really does help with organization. Walking through, all of you eventually reach the holodeck areas. There's a lot of them, to be honest. You are all no strangers to holodecks. These are the wonderful simulated areas where you can both battle, train, go through medical simulations, go through piloting simulation. They've got so many stores and cache banks of memories that you can basically create whatever you want in there to really help figure out. The holodecks work really well in the sense of they always rely on tricking your brain into thinking every little thing is real by only doing, shall we say, the bare minimum. So whatever you see or touch, usually it's because there's just enough of like an actual physical thing behind it or an actual quick temperature increase. And so it's really nice because then your brain can always know, I'm not truly here, but it really helps understanding that this is a good environment to train in. All of you walk in and are greeted by two figures, the first of which being Admiral Rick Shaw. You see standing next to him is a cadet who turns. You see this kind of young looking man, maybe like little salty blonde hair, definitely human though. Turns. Hi, sorry, I'm Cadet Jack Soward. I guess we were too full in my group. Thank you. As immediately we see, Rick Shaw just, well, cadets, you're going to do great. Remember with the examination, just keep going. All will be explained through the pre-recorded. This is a multi-phase examination. We're going to test a lot of you in your final examination day. Please be advised, of course, to use any restrooms before we get going. It's kind of gross. I mean, technically we have a waste disposal, but all right, leave it better than you found it. All right. Godspeed, cadets. He salutes, kind of all of you, just that quick salute. He heads off. Your lieutenant just nods, just arch, and you watch as the archway seems to dissolve into the gray paneling and tiles that line the room into this cubic shape. All of you standing in here at first, it's that, well, the arch is gone, but everything is still here. Yes.
Really quick, just as we're now all in here and everything's preparing, me computing all the percentages chances of our success as a group and that we're now working as a group, I want to look and see what sort of major, I guess, everyone has with their sash.
Excellent. Yes, because everyone's wearing like the same maroon, but there's those fun little like stripes around the collar that help to know. You start looking through. You notice that Cadet Soward has a red stripe for the command.
Okay.
I believe we see a yellow stripe, technically. Same with, like, Mondo. You both would have the yellow stripes. McTavish, I don't know which one you have. I think you have the red one.
Okay.
Maybe because you just keep doing too well. You've probably had a lot of teachers be like, you keep passing the command path classes. Like, just do it. Like,
I want to be command.
But finally we see that Jumbo and Jamie have a blue stripe, usually denoting one of the science fields. And of course, for those then like looking, 0RS3N, or maybe we'll just make it simple. We'll call you something like Orson.
Sounds good to me.
Orson has a yellow stripe in his cadet uniform. As you see this, before the simulation begins, what you notice is quickly reappearing the archway as Admiral Rick Tav. So sorry, I forgot they sent me the message again. We're having a lot of examinees today. There might be some lag in the examination. Just keep going. Just don't stop, okay? We apologize. We didn't account for so many people in the system today. Just be advised if something seems to slow down or maybe repeat. Just play fair. We won't dock you for points. Sorry. You see, he looks at his like little data pads. Oh, next class. Sorry. Almost forgot. As he archway disappears again.
All right.
Well, that was weird.
Well, best of luck.
The tiles seem to slowly pixelate and fade away into this perfect black blank void. And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Woo!
Here we go.
Here we go indeed.
Also, I apologize.
Nat
I'm still
20.
trying to figure out.
Whoa!
I actually like
Crap,
me.
Megan.
here we go.
It only
Jamie.
took how many sets?
Oh my gosh, I got that 22!
Whoa!
gosh.
What the hey? I love it. I love
Yes!
I did not get an apple.
it. Orson, what did you get?
I got
Another one?
Wait, are you serious?
Okay, let's see.
Here's actually
Oh
we're
my
gonna get to that in a
gosh.
second. I'll explain
Did you
something in a
break the
second.
pattern? Did you not get that 20? How dare you?
No, I got an 11.
Come on.
This
That's
is
actually
pointed.
technically
Better
above
than me.
average.
That's true.
11.
Come on, Marissa.
Orson, what did you
a total of 4.
get?
Runs in my blood, apparently.
Yikes.
As my last character earlier, 7.
Well, okay.
You know, you were doing a lot of processing, starting to calculate percentages
Yes.
of when it's like, okay, if this
Oh,
is my group,
we
I'm
are
taking an
starting.
exam with. Oh gosh.
Really quick question. I need to know because I'm an idiot. So are we doing individual
This is-
examinations at the same time? Or are we technically functioning as a team, but we get individual scores as
You're
well?
about to find out.
Ah, so I didn't
It's-
just not.
Yeah, you're
notice.
good. I purposely, and I shouldn't say I.
wondering.
The admirals may have purposefully done this. Like they didn't
I
clear this
see.
way. Obviously, there may be some subject of group work being in a group.
Not bad.
13. Was that a natural 13?
No.
It was not. As important to note as here we go, Mondo with 13. For Star Trek campaign, natural 20s are not going to be giving points of inspiration. Simply
Oh.
as you also don't lose your inspiration when you take a long rest right now.
Ah.
So that's it will stay around a little bit longer. But there are some interesting things we're going to see this season that I believe you'll all really enjoy. Some that will be fun. But of course, nat 20s are an insanely good way to start. Jumbo Katira Jamie with the nat 20s will go as thus.
Ridiculous.
Then Mondo, McTavish, Orson, and I forgot to roll for Jack. Excuse me.
Slacker.
Did he
Did he
also
get
nat
that 20?
20 it?
It's a nat 20.
Oh
That
my
feels good.
gosh.
That feels good.
4 out of
Insane.
7?
That's
That
absurd.
feels good. I will
Oh my
say-
gosh.
It
Uh,
appears over 50% of us seem to be above off to
So, Jumbo, Katira, Jamie, and unfortunately, Jack doesn't have any bonuses, so it worked out really well, so we don't need to roll off or
Nice.
decide. So Jack will go fourth.
Was that
Mondo,
perfect
McTavish.
3210 with
Yeah.
the modifiers?
Wait,
That's
seriously?
awesome.
Very cool. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
We are going to begin. As the black pixelation has faded into your view, now just soft fading forwards is a rocky landscape. Every so often out the corner of your eye, you do see the rocks like formulate into like pure stone. You see the ground start forming, and you hear the voice that some of you know as Fleet Admiral Hank Noble beginning his opening remarks. Kind of just, it sounds like a voiceover recording. Welcome, lieutenants, to your final examination. For the first part of this examination, we begin with a multi-phase physical examination, starting with, of course, testing your athletic abilities. Currently, we are running a... oh, no. We are currently running what seems to be the planet of Vulcan, which is experiencing a seismic activity. Your current objective is to make it across the current field. You see, field appears before you under seismic activity and make it to a safe transporter pad. You may begin. But here's what we will do. Before we make an athletics check, we are all going to roll the athletics check together. As, of course, due to initiative, you might be allowed or not allowed to do
Teamwork
things.
makes the dream work.
But everyone's going to make the athletics check together in the same little box up here.
Oh.
Everyone gets to see because you will be seeing what everyone's doing right now.
That's fair.
This is fun.
This is a little fun. It's what I'm doing for the exam.
Do we add our bonus or no?
Oh yes, you're still adding your bonuses, like your natural scores and bonuses.
-3. No, I'm just
Oh gosh.
This is athletics?
Athletics. Everyone gets to roll in the
That's
same
cocked.
box. Yeah, that was cocked. Here we go. So
You're
far,
probably
we're
stronger
doing
than I am.
great. Ooh,
Yeah.
Joe's
Oh,
right.
no.
That's right.
Yo!
Jamie's doing great. Here we go.
Sorry.
Katira and Mondo, if you
I'm
guys
gonna
want to come
move
up.
this.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
And if your dice hit someone else's,
Somebody not
Nat
Yeah.
20.
The
Nat 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Here we
Nat
go.
20.
I got the 12
Jack
plus
started
5.
with the 16. Yes, remember if it hit your dice, of course, we're not going to be like, oops, you
I
got.
don't have any bonuses, so,
So,
my
of
character's
course,
really played this part well.
20 to 9.
starting, of course, and now this is where we record, starting with Jumbo. What was yours?
2.
Jumbo, you watch Jumbo.
Can't help with that.
You start running and immediately. Oh wait, did he say seismic active? Your foot goes through the ground. Phew. As you feel your head hit the ground hard, boom! All of you kind of hear around his head some sort of noise.
Makes sense.
And I will get to something actually in a moment that you may have noticed even while failing. Katira, what was yours?
17 total.
Katira for a 17 total. Excellent. Jamie,
17.
17.
You guys are like yeah, I love it.
Jack got a modified 17. Mondo, what did you get?
22.
With a nat 20.
McTavish,
18.
18. And finally, Orson,
I performed at roughly 60% of my capabilities and got a 14.
14.
I love that so much.
All of you
This
note
is amazing.
that with a 14, everyone seems to do well, but Jumbo. Jumbo, you biffed it hard. Everyone, you kind of like leap over and just start running.
I
going
drop
through.
down to all fours and just take
Dum,
off.
dum, 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 jumping off the
Impressively
walls, jumping down.
animalistic.
Like at one point, Mondo, you are running through. This is easy work. You are physical, and Marissa, you watch as running through. Rock is about to fall on your head, and you do the sickest kick up, kick the rock, flick out. So
Yes.
everyone's like, "Whoa!" You all like skid yourself, have to run around the rock that just fall. You easily pass.
That hurt.
All of you get through, and make it to this little transport pad. As you do, even Jumbo, you really biffed it hard and didn't do great. Of course, you still barely pass
I
at
got
some
long
point.
legs, so
Right. It's a hoo, 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 and you reach the end, and all of you hear that little bloop, bloop, bloop. Vulcan seems to fade away around you. As you hear Admiral Hank Noble, very well done, cadets. Next, we shall move on to the acrobatic portion. Currently, we are going to simulate a grand tower, kind of like brick and rock, very vertical, nearly that impossible 90, 91 even at some point degree. The simulation is thus. Rogue Klingon warriors have kidnapped an ambassador for an important conference and are holding him hostage. Your goal is, of course, as Starfleet, to make it to the top of said tower to rescue. Begin. Here we go, everyone. Back in the box. I would have done this in the box of Doom, but like I feel like it's too narrow. Now it's an acrobatics check. Jack. Okay.
Oh, I'm not too great at climbing.
jeez.
Hey, question. If you have something that makes your travel pace doubled, or
If you want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow,
have to
your
do
character's
anything,
just the
it's
MVP.
just something
Plus
I
6.
got.
Oh, because of
Oof.
Go for it.
I feel
But
that.
Just double it. That's
Don't
going to
worry,
be
we're-
advantage
we're-
in this one.
We're all,
Oh,
mine
yes.
got bumped. It was a 3.
Then I'm
Like
just gonna
advantage
roll
climbing
2
with my
d6.
claws.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Both of you are doing something
yes!
that's going to offer an advantage. Okay.
Much better.
Much better.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Here
roll 2
comes.
dice.
Yes, your advantage coming up on it.
Sorry.
Did I notice something last time when I tripped and fell?
I'm getting to that in a
Okay.
second. Don't worry. Yeah, because
No
I'm letting a
worries.
couple things happen first. Please, everyone, also, if you have rolled a natural 13, please let me know.
I did.
don't
I
forget-
just did.
Just did.
It was
that
the lower
higher,
of my advantage, so
the
don't count
lower,
it.
so it won't count.
'Kay.
Right now. It needs to be either the higher or the solo roll.
That's fair.
So, starting in, climbing the tower, once again, Jumbo, starting us off.
9.
Would you
Jumbo.
like to add a D4 to that? Because I can point out the best places to climb that some small brain people can't see. But,
Rude.
Is that a bardic?
I love how
It's not
kind.
bardic.
oh, if you put your foot there, you won't fall.
Jumbo, you have already like slipped 3 times trying to climb this thing, and it's not like, ugh. Physical portions
Also,
are
clench
not
your butt
great.
cheeks, and it should engage the muscles in your lower back.
Actually, that
Whoa,
was an
yeah, you
excellent
like
point.
all of you hear that? Huh? Nice.
And you may add a D4 from my
Yes,
potent
D4.
aptitude feature.
I will say, plus that
Interesting.
D4 is gonna help here.
As you cannot find a D4 to save your life.
I swear I have one.
Or if you want to use it,
1. Okay.
I will say that may have saved you. I can't tell anyone the DCs yet, as of course we've got multiple examinees over the course. But even on that one, Jumbo was about to fall and all the way back to the ground and probably would have made it in time. You think it's that saving him from that?
I
Excellently done.
appreciate that.
You are very welcome.
Katira.
Continue to do your best.
My mom says
Uh,
I have a big
Dang
brain,
it.
though.
16,
Oh,
18.
that wasn't directed at you.
18. Gene,
Or anyone here for that
3.
matter.
3.
Jamie never gets off the ground. Jamie,
Uh-oh.
as the first step is just so far up there, and at this point,
I just wrap my tail around Jamie.
if you do so, you won't get your
Never
advantage.
mind.
You have that thought process of, I could.
I'll do it.
But no.
Do you want to?
My lower one was a 13.
All right.
And plus, I'm trying to be a good person.
You're trying to be a better person.
Okay,
I love it.
you go with piggybacking?
Sure.
Alright, here we go.
Jamie, you're going to go ahead and route with advantage now.
Okay.
What would be your 13 bonus?
Natural 13 plus 2, 15.
15 is still really good. We'll get to this then.
Oh, that's a 19.
No.
Thank you.
Ooh, Jamie.
Wow.
And so once you get to the thing, it's, let's be real, seeing a Muppet or a puppet climb is actually kind of terrifying. It's more
We'll have
like
our dreams.
kind of like flipping and just like
Straight out of a horror movie.
like,
Lovely.
just up and up. You just needed help getting up to the first actual ledge.
We just need an exorcist now.
On a natural 13, I'll finish up at the end of the order because that will also come in with what was going on there.
Been so
Jack
curious.
got a 18. He's got a decent. Or actually, no. He doesn't add to anything. Dex. I looked along. He got a 16.
Still good.
Mondo.
I got 25.
Yes!
I rolled a
Jeez.
19.
She's
You
just
were
walking
up there. Yeah, you just. You were up this tower
Okay,
before
monks are
anyone
so
could.
cool, right?
McTavish.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I dig in my hand claws and my toe claws, and I'm just
Try not to destroy your shoes.
not wearing shoes.
Never mind. I miscalculated.
Those aren't
I
shoes.
love all of this.
What did you get?
18.
18. Well done. And finally, Orson.
I'm walking everyone through from the ground because I got a 5.
Oh!
Well done, Orson. Taking that moment to just.
You're
walk
so
in.
nice. I'm sorry.
Or Orson.
the tip.
You're very welcome. I know
As-
how biology
Yeah,
works with
5?
most organic life forms.
Five.
Orson is
I
awesome.
could add my intelligence modifier to your roll, I think, with
You
sage
could
advice.
with sage advice.
Would
Do you
that
want to?
help?
Oh.
It might
I'm
help.
I'll give
alright
you
taking the
+4.
L here.
Hmm?
I'm alright taking the L here.
Well, I'm trying to, it would give you +4. Would that,
That would
be
make
enough
it a 9.
to help?
I think
Make it
the
a 9.
DC, because his was 9 and he was going to fall. So, save it.
Okay.
Yeah, unless anyone has any other random little
I'm
buffs,
already
it
doing my
may
thing.
not.
Because
And
it won't
I
make
am
a
alright
difference.
running support from below.
All right. Orson, you kind of take that, you get that little burp, burp next to you, and it's that, oh, that was definite points somewhere. May not go great.
My calculations were correct.
As you all reach the top, you get these Klingon guards just raw, like faceless ambassador under a hood somewhere. As all of you reach the top,
But the Klingons are
Starts
faceless 'cause they all look the same.
fading away. Orson, Orson, no.
Orson, yes.
The light fades away. All of you realize, Orson, you even take that moment of like, oh, I'm back on the ground. Oh yes, holodeck. As it's that like, wait, how were they up there and I'm down here and now we're all right. It's simulation. Jumbo.
I keep believing things are real when they're not.
When you were running, you did notice that when you hit the ground, beefed it, your mind told you it was pain, even though there technically was no pain. As very much simulation where it's like, technically, you should have a horrible broken nose. Let's be honest. And yet it's not like, yeah, I mean, obviously if we fall, there's probably some stuff. It's just your mind telling you, ooh, you just hit rock, and other scenarios like sound effects going off, seeing the rock coming towards you, tricked your brain into thinking there was no
That
damage
is super
there.
cool.
As of course, keep in mind, you haven't taken any hit points worth, right?
Yeah.
On a natural 13, Kira, you have a bit of a choice. Something I'm doing here on natural 13 rolls, unlike just automatic successes or failures, you're going to do a little choose your own path in this roll.
Interesting.
Something seems different with the test. Grabbing Jamie, you can't explain it, as again, part of a holodeck is always meant to trick your mind anyway. Something was there, but you're not sure what. In this moment, you have a choice. Do you want to try to press further, maybe see what's going on with the test, maybe get a little more insight into it? Or you do get the feeling if you quote unquote let it go, just keep going with this, you might still do really well. Like, it's that there might be something here, but you do definitely know, like, I could just not and do great, if that makes sense.
I think she would want to find out what it is.
Alright.
Pull around. Like the round.
You dig just a little bit deeper. You really think about it. As you do so, here's what I will give you. You look, when you swapped back down, did that quick jump fall, grab Jamie, piggyback just to a point, you look at your fingers, and there's the slightest abrasion on them that a holodeck shouldn't give unless there's something wrong with a safety protocol. It's nothing big. You're not bleeding, nothing, but normally, even a holodeck, like in real life, if you jump 10 feet back down to the ground to grab something, you're going to probably rough up your hands.
And there is something.
Just the slightest bit. But of course, nothing that actually hurt you. Nat 13s are going to be fun this season, gang. You get a choice. You get choices. The lights fade back into this blank void. Admiral Noble. For the next portion of the examination, you will all be aboard one of our current fleet vehicles. The life supports have currently run low, and you will therefore need to hold your breath and figure out a way to reinstigate life support to bring air back to the crew. Good luck. Kind of a little lag in his voice there, but you were warned.
Oh crap!
You're fine.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
I don't have to breathe.
You don't.
Like, I don't even have lungs.
Therefore, I will be rolling the luck check with advantage.
Okay.
As you kind of know this. Ladies and gentlemen, what's about to happen is we're all going to make con checks together. The DCs, of course, are probably going to race, and there's luck checks after everyone's rolled of, because everyone can do so much to bring them back on. You all have your own training, both scientifically, medically, just like pure intuition, to bring life support back on. So it's con checks, and you just need better luck on your side, if that makes sense.
Question.
Mhm.
So me not having to breathe means I don't have to make these checks, and
Means-
I'm giving the advantage.
It's you're always giving the advantage because,
Okay.
like, well, if I don't have to breathe, I can be running
So-
and do a relay of Orson. You
I
head
do
down to the
have
warp core. And do,
expertise in technology, if that does anything.
that's where the advantage is
Okay,
coming
perfect.
from. It's because enough people are gonna have enough. Really, again, you're realizing the big portion of this is probably still that physical. Hold your breath, right? Like it's Constitution. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's all roll together in the box and
Constitution saving throw.
do, just a con check, not a saving
Con
throw.
check.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
So no.
because again, it wouldn't be a saving throw unless there was actual danger.
Well,
It's
you
just
know,
con
I
check.
might just pass out off the bat.
Huh? No modifier.
No
No
modifier.
Just
modifier.
with your normal modifier, no
Nat
Oh,
20?
20.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like if it says plus
So-
3, I get the plus 3.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
it's a Constitution check.
Okay, not a save.
Ooh.
What is that?
Ooh.
What is it?
That one.
We'll get
I
there.
might die.
Did you not want?
Yeah. 15.
Again, it would be a con saving throw if it was actual danger.
So that'd be a total
If,
of
if,
5.
you know, if. Not 20 again.
Nat 20.
Wow, I love
This is
that.
a wonderful die.
We love to see it. Excellent.
If we get to 13 nat 20s rolled in this session, this will happen.
These are true.
Extra
Yeah.
sass of it.
To be fair,
What
If
she's
to
the
be
kind of
fair,
character who
well
would
endowed.
this session, something amazing happened.
Oh, for sure. What are we up
My
to now?
sister is
6?
Well,
struggling
you've
to
had
dodge
one,
the-
right?
So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the
4,
initiative.
5,
5,
6.
6.
7. I think we're
Yes.
still
Oh,
early.
yeah,
yeah,
we're-
it's-
sure, yeah. If we
it's
get 6 more nat 20s, something might happen.
6
Six
more nat
13.
20s and something cool might
6 more nat 20s. Now, don't cheat. no.
I'm so down.
Here we
I
go.
would call Ian and ask for his dice real quick.
Dude, his dice. No, we actually checked. He has one that like is rolling. higher.
Loaded towards
yeah.
the
It's a loaded
Yeah.
towards. He didn't realize he got it from
Critical dice.
Critical Dice, the TikToker.
Oh, the one from
But like,
Oh my
yeah, right.
gosh.
Anyway, Jumbo, what was your first set in that check though?
18.
18. Feeling great. Katira,
Nat 20 plus 3.
nat 20. Oh, plus 23. Because
23.
actually, it is important.
Yeah, I wasn't
that
sure.
is-
I was just wise.
Jamie,
Nat 20 plus 1.
so 21. Jack got a actually pretty solid modified 16.
It's not bad.
Mondo, what did you get?
15.
15, not bad. McTavish,
Total of 5?
I have a lot of
McTavish, you feel as Orson, you actually do not need to make these checks. You are correct. McTavish, you hold your breath running through, and inadvertently, it's hard when again your brain keeps telling you, "Don't worry, it's just a simulation." You feel, oh, and here, as the world around you, anyone watching, it kind of like shimmers up and around, kind of like camoing you. You realize you're just staying and you're going to watch the rest, but realize you won't be able to help anyone.
No. Okay.
As if you try to breathe with no air in space, you're kind of
15%.
doomed.
Oh gosh.
I do roll this check now with advantage. Let's see. There's more science and ops right now.
I love it.
Rolling with advantage, you just need luck rolls. Again, DC's going to be lowering the longer we go, but it's how long can you all last. That was a 7 and an 8.
Oof.
So, for sure, not
Could
this
I
round.
add a modifier to that D20 roll for sage advice?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll be actually
Well, no,
super
because I think
nice.
it has to be like an
Yeah,
ally
I
within
think-
a certain
Oh.
range.
And I was going to say, I don't think even with a 4 to the 8, it's probably not going to help right now. But of course, lowered. So here we go. Once again, the round's beginning. You all have to make a check to hold your breath. Those that got nat 20s, I will give you an advantage this time, as extra deep breath was made, shall we say. Here we
Do
go.
From here, or do we have to?
We are going to do in the box.
Can we move it to be right
So
here?
another
For
con-
sure, for
another
sure.
con check.
Yes.
Another con check. Ooh.
Ooh, that's
Did
an
not
8.
do good.
Okay.
So
There we go.
advantage. That's a 16 plus 3.
19. Pretty good.
Do we have bonuses this time?
You do. Well, yeah, you're still same con
Okay.
check.
Just plus con.
Still not saving throw, but still con check. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you. So 3 is
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Yeah. Well done. Jumbo, what was your second one?
10.
Katira,
19.
19. Jamie, dirty 20. Jack also got a 10. Mondo, what'd you get?
an 18.
18.
As excited.
McTavish, you are just watching, unfortunately. It is kind of that rough of, dang, this test. Orson, same. Jumbo and Jack. You don't recognize when you breathe, but at one point, moving through, you're doing a classic like, okay, if I help reroute the wires in this panel, it should be able to divert more power to the engine, and boom, and you watch the world around you. You see, of course, now, McTavish and Jack also got 10s, as the check is getting harder. It's always harder to hold your breath under extreme circumstances. If this was just a hold your breath competition, we would just go off your con scores and do the classic D&D, figure out how many minutes. But technically, you're all doing things right now. Here comes the check, still with advantage, thanks to Orson. That higher one was a 16, which currently will not make it.
Can we add 4 to that?
Would you like to?
If you'll let me stretch the
I
ability,
will
yeah.
let you, because technically the ability is coming from all of you.
'Cause
It's a group luck check. If this was like a pure thing, I just roll to when it happens,
I will expend a use of that to add 4 to that roll.
making a synthetic 20 easily passing.
Nice.
All of you feel Orson figuring out the last of the components to the engines. The rest of you putting it in, just barely getting that little. God dang it! Like feeling yourself breathe. Simulation ends. All of you feel in this moment just that like, oh, I can breathe again, but I could always breathe. Right, I was never technically endangered. As your mind kind of helping talk you through this.
Question. I
Yes.
have an ability where I have advantage on insight to determine emotions against humanoids and beasts within 10 feet. Can I do an insight on myself to see was there any issue with breathing? Because that abrasion is really bothering me.
I will allow this.
Okay. Do you want me to do it there or
Just for you.
okay?
As we've completed the round of physical checks that we all make together, we're starting to get into the next part of the exam, which will be a lot more personal.
Ooh, that's a 21 on insight.
21. You know, at the end of the exam, you were kind of holding your breath just a little bit longer than normal.
Okay.
And maybe that wasn't your brain telling you to do so.
Okay.
But we'll see. Next up, you hear Admiral Noble. Well done, cadets, in passing so far. Next up, we have the written portion. All of you watch little desks are appearing with pads and, I shouldn't say pencils, but stylus. Please be advised, cheating is, of course, discouraged and will result in failure. Please choose a desk. All of you kind of walk or shuffle, of course, over to. As you do so, you kind of watch as, little black panels, come up over you just to help in that simulation so you're not tempted to cheat or, check with people. as the next will be a
We're
couple different
isolated.
checks.
This sounds so great.
Isn't
The
it?
best part is you haven't told any of us.
I
that
know, I
something's
was
up.
about to, but then it's like, oh crap!
Well, again, they've got more people. There might even be a group after you that need the room, so it's not like we got to keep going. Here we go. We are starting into our
Of course, you know
checks here.
everything's peachy.
We
Well,
beginning
Jumbo
this.
might have a clue.
Jumbo might. Here we go. The round of checks, the first part of this quiz. Everyone's going to make this check. This is what we will call a lore check or a history check, whichever sheet you're using, because other people. Go ahead, make that. Use your modifiers. And I will just
History, so it's gonna be plus
history
0.
or lore,
Okay.
depending on if you're using the 5e or the classic D&D.
We're
So
not doing
Oh my gosh, I rolled so good! I love this die. 19.
Tira, a 19. Well done.
50.
15. Doing pretty good. Jamie,
19.
19. Jack got a 4. Jack's not doing great.
Oh, Jack.
Mondo,
10.
10.
Oh, Mono.
You think you're doing great, but it's definitely that test of like, oh, I could have studied this part more. Like,
Yes.
when was the Federation founded? Who was the first dude to invent faster than light travel? All that. McTavish.
19.
Well, then, yes.
Three
McTavish.
19s.
Man,
And-
you are just good at everything.
Wow, he's the best.
Except apparently holding my breath.
Apparently, it's little things, you know. Orson.
12.
12. Doing pretty well, but again, the test is meant to be that little like tricky up every so often. It's like I didn't say when, I said where, and like things like that. There's a lot to the first part of the test. As you all take this, you finish up the history, you finish up like I've got the basic. We are now moving into the medicine portion of the checks. Go ahead and make medicine, as the next part is dealing more with biology, first aid. Some of you, again, like, oh, this is great for us,
This
but
would be really embarrassing.
if you yeah, I was gonna say, it's like you and Megan.
Can I use my abilities to give myself advantage?
Because, yes, you can.
I'm trying to figure out what ability.
Which ability? Jumbo, what'd you get?
6.
Oh, Jumbo.
It was
They're
almost
talking-
a dirty 20.
This is
Oh.
real first aid, not applied first aid.
Oh, yeah. No,
Right.
This is the. Yeah, no.
When it's, hey, how do you restart a creature's heart that is a non-human from Earth?
Why would
They
I want
don't-
to restart?
Not how to put 2 more hearts. Yeah, it's a big dynamic shift.
There's a lot of parts there that I could use.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, well, they're dead. Let's use it. No, Katira, what'd you get?
I rolled a 5. I was always better at the hands-on portion.
Yeah, hands-on portion. That's good. Yeah, everyone's got their portions that they do better or worse in. Jamie.
This is
I'm just-
incredibly embarrassing, but my higher roll was an 11.
Oh no!
I
It's
am
a
the
tough
medical person.
exam.
That is my
This
shtick.
is a final exam, right? They really go hard.
I did that on purpose.
Jack got. Oop, rolled the wrong one. There we go. Oh, Jack got a 14. Not bad. Mondo, what did you get? And you feel you're doing pretty good, honestly. The whole test, you're like,
Yeah.
you're not passing, but you definitely know, like, I do not know this one. But it's that great test feeling of, like, I bet
Wait.
I'm passing, but, like, at the same time, oof.
Hear me out. How much cramming have I done in the last month?
Probably a
I
lot
was
for
gonna
all of you.
ask
Because
the
I
same
have
thing.
key mind, which means
I
I,
have key
remember
mind as
everything
well.
I learned in the last month.
Oh my
Both
god.
of
Which
you have keen
means-
mind?
Yes.
I theoretically should be able to, like, photographic memory
That's
and
what I
do
was
everything
thinking.
right.
Actually,
like, automatically.
I will allow, kind of like Orson's unable to breathe. I will say with keen mind, people with photographic memories have been shown that in written portions they basically ace it.
Yeah, that
So
makes
I was like,
sense.
even
That
though
was
you
needed for my
rolled
concussion.
bad,
Thank you.
you both
Wait,
are
seriously?
I had a
basically.
photographic
again,
memory before I
it's
had
very much so
shotgun
like,
injury.
why would I want to save a heart? I mean,
I am
Fun.
so sorry.
yeah, apply
Sucks.
pressure
Oh,
and
you got a
electromagnetic
concussion.
pulses to help
18.
restart, especially for
17.
inorganic.
So I write in the question,
For a second,
why?
you were saying your character.
Just yeah, exactly. I will totally allow keen mind
Thank
for
you.
just for the
Oh.
medicine portion. I would say because that is both of yours applied
Like, that's the thing
areas.
we
Like,
would have crammed.
like
Yeah.
this is what we want. Science and medicine. It's that we know this.
Yeah.
I'm for sure. It won't be as good as naturally passing, but it's again when you can give the perfect answer, it works.
I'm off book.
McTavish, what did you get?
I got a 12.
A 12.
Wow, we all kind of suck at this unless we've got a
And
photographic
finally,
memory,
Orson.
I'm used
A
to my
10.
people where you just lick
Orson.
your own
Again,
wounds.
you're given
You're good to
exactly probably
Fair.
what they want.
go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into the final check or final portion of this written exam. It is the nature portion, or shall we say, stuff that's going to deal heavily in biology, different worlds, geography, but is nature.
Why isn't there a test on like alcoholic beverages?
I don't know. I don't think Starfleet's super into bars right now. That's not their goal. So go ahead.
No wonder they're so boring.
Make your nature checks, finishing up the last part of the
Okay,
written
okay.
portion. Here we go.
Open a bar on the ship.
Nature checks.
Jumbo, what did you get?
Yeah, I'm not
She's got
about
a brewery
natural
kit.
stuff.
And a
6.
spice kit.
6. Doing great, doing great. Well done. Katira?
13.
13. Unnatural, I assume?
No. Wait. No. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a 12.
Jamie?
I thought it was a 13.
Oh, Sarah, what are we rolling?
Nature. I'll roll Jax real quick. That's a 3.
Oh, Jackie played no.
Jack's
21.
funking out.
21. Jamie, you
I don't think
feel
that's
confidence
like,
back?
I don't think that's possible.
Mondo.
17.
17.
I mean,
You know
it's
this.
possible.
It's like, okay, I know worlds, I know places, I know where I'm from. Like, that's the better one. McTavish.
14.
The sad thing
14.
is, this is where I would
Get in the groove, get in the groove.
Like,
Orson.
I would actually do well.
Oh yes, my systems are designed for scanning living things, not paper, and not cataloging information. So it's a 7.
Orson. It's getting rough. Getting rather rough.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Small split.
I will say, because we kind of forgot Orson, in this moment we cut back to your design. When you were first introduced to Starfleet, or rather, when you were built for Starfleet,
Oh.
you don't really remember what personnel was here. It was so new, and your optics were still kind of like getting into focus. Memory bank still like booting on. You do remember, of course, just designate number 0RS3N, designed to be the world's perfect, and I mean perfect, starship member. I see one on every ship in the next 3 years, 4 years. He can pass the academy in 2. Like, you kind of see this as a lot of people, and you feel that sentience coming to you, being an android of, I'm alive, I'm everything. And in this moment, you then see your first true face that you remember, which was Admiral Rick Shaw. Just, right, Cadet Orson, do you respond to your name?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Cadet, why are you in Starfleet?
It is what I am created for.
Perfect. All right. Damn. All right. Next. As yours was rather short, and walking out though, you have that like stop. Like, I guess I'm here.
Yeah. Well.
As coming back to the test, feeling this like I was designed for this. I can get this. Why am I not getting that? I can get this. Like
Thanks
trying.
for that dose of existential angst. I need
I
that.
know, right?
Oh, is everyone feeling good after the existentialism? Everyone feeling good? Feel good. We watch all of your tests kind of like dissolve into the floor, probably just like collected electronically. Your little cubicles pass, and all of you are standing once again amongst each other.
Okay, pretty sure that y'all should know. I think that
Thank
there's
you,
a system
cadets. You have passed the
malfunctioning.
next
This
part
is
of the
partly real.
examination.
There we go.
Finally, we have the simulated final portion of the
That does not
examination.
compute.
You will be,
I
of
got
course,
injured.
on the starship
That does
of
not
your
compute.
designation. This will be a timed exam. You're realizing, like, in summary, you hear Admiral Noble explain that you're going to be exploring. There's a nebula that has recently experienced some strange, like, energies coming off of it, maybe some explosive stuff that shouldn't normally be happening in a nebula. Like, you don't want things to explode. And so you're going to be sent to investigate, to be advised, because there have been reports of just other, like, persons of interest in the area, but the Federation can't really name who. So, return report. But this is where, of course, you're going to be given, like, free reign of, like, a ship's bridge.
Can we also investigate what she was telling us?
In this moment, you can't. I will say you might want to wait, because in a moment you hear, "Alrighty, cadets, and you will begin the begin."
Well,
You hear a voice come over the intercom. You think of the lieutenant. Cadet, please stand by. We're just experiencing lagging system. Don't worry. We will be getting the test up and running in a mere moment. Thank you. And like off the button, that little feedback. All of you are just.
are we
Kinda
wearing
good.
our weapons or no?
you all realize like you have phaser tricor probably given to you by the simulation. They're probably not your real ones, but it's not like, oh great, yeah, we've got our simulated
So
stuff.
not the spear or anything that I had.
Probably not. Those are probably stuff that's like back in.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and look at the phasers thing on the thing you sent.
For sure. Yeah, go ahead and look at the phasers. Those are going to be the big stuff.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, you're welcome, cadets, to the final part. And it's like, okay, they had a quick reboot. You'll be exploring a nebula with a strange energy, like waiting through. As it does so, this time you see a bridge start to form, and this is actually the bridge we are going to see for the Confidence. As you are all sitting here, there is a beautiful glass, probably plexiglass screen, center chair with two right in front, where of course the center chair is going to be where a captain would sit, but the two in front, one for both a helmsman and one that looks to be probably for a technician, someone who's going to run shields and other operations of the ship. Around, you see on the left side, there is one chair which seems to be at a communication station, has a lot of the standard equipment for like long-range scanning, sensors, other stuff. On the right side, there seems to be a little station probably meant for what we could assume to be like a weapon system, like you're seeing a lot of that, like where you would fire stuff from. And right next to it, there is a small little station that looks to be like an engineering station. Normally engineers, true engineers, are of course going to go down to the warp core, like working there. But of course for the simulation, we want this examinees to look at each other to be able to talk. Of course you realize that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. There is a secondary console by the communications area that looks like it's meant to be that way. There can be both inter-ship communication and exo-ship communication. Something where it's like, because technically you can subdivide depending on the crew you've got.
No, that makes sense.
You hear, of course, what, please choose your designated roles as you choose to see fit before we begin the simulation.
We have quite a rounded crew.
As who wants to go where?
I'm going to technician for shields and stuff.
You're going to go to the shields area.
What are the options?
So right now, there's a captain's chair, there's a pilot's chair, and a technician chair, which has just been filled. You know, just kind of like, I'll work with the shields and the ship diagnostics. There's 2 chairs for like communications, both like stuff around the ship and stuff for like if you were sending and receiving long range stuff. There's a gunner area where you know, of course, firing the ship weapons, and finally a engineers area where technically they should be down the warp core, but it's an area where it's like, I can run the engines from here.
I'll take the intership communications.
Intership communication.
What is the last one you just said?
It's engineering.
Oh,
Like,
I'll take that one.
Engineering.
That's
Okay.
okay.
I could
Jumbo is like just waiting to see what the last open chair is because he's like, there's no.
You kind of see that
chair.
Jack Cadet Sour is also kind of doing that. Like, I don't know where I want to go yet.
And I know that like she's a scholar, but I don't know exactly what she studied, and so I'm like,
Gotcha.
if she knows one of these areas, then
So we've got
I could-
engine, we've got intership, and we've got technician.
Because you said there were 2 communications.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jim's gonna. I could pilot or take the other communication station.
You shuffle off.
I would recommend the piloting. From a scan of your size, you would fit in the chair quite well.
We have reason, but okay. And so she'll shuffle over. the
Shuffle
pilot.
art. You'll be the helmsman, the pilot. Still need a captain, and we still need
Your track
a
record shows that
gunner.
you are great in leadership.
Just please don't put Jack in charge.
Just annoyed with
You
heroes.
see-
It's okay.
yeah. Jack's just-
McTavish, your track record and your grades show that you are skilled in all areas, and seeing as none of us here are in the command.
walk up and sit in the chair.
I love it.
Grumpy man.
No,
I like
Oh no.
in the
I just
chair.
start tapping my claws on this armrest.
The last is there is the gunners and there is the exo ship communications.
So the other one you don't take is gonna be Jack's.
Jack have
That's what it says.
preference?
If you want to let Jack choose, he's very much doing what you did, where it's like I don't feel comfortable just claiming because I want to like play team play.
I'm confident in Jack, right? Like he hasn't rubbed me the
He'll-
wrong way.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, whatever he wants, I'll take the
Okay.
other one.
I just rolled. Kind of just pure luck check. He'll take weapons. He'll take guns.
Okay,
Um,
I'm going to communications then.
Sweet. Here we go. All of you
Give me
sit
some
down.
space.
I gotta know, how many languages do you speak?
Why would you say that? That is my mother.
Mondo, please. Personal. No, okay.
Sorry. I think I just know the basic.
Basic, probably like Illyrian,
Yeah,
for fam.
yeah.
Probably about
We
2.
probably assigned this wrong.
You probably. I think. Fun fact, Jamie. I think you
I
do
speak
speak
a
like
lot of languages.
8,
Do you want
9.
the exo ship?
We can swap.
Okay.
So, yeah, especially for like multiple languages. So you'll help pilots.
Okay.
Just especially if it's the like outer ships, it
Yeah.
makes sense.
And of course,
to have the person.
on a real ship, many of you probably would be in other areas, like in medical bay, science bays, working ops. Like this is just like a hey. Technically, you've all had the training to a certain
Yeah.
extent, so we're gonna offer this to like let you guys kind of learn.
We've
what to do.
technically
I
all been through
believe
the
this setup
cross
is our
training
best chance
thing.
at succeeding.
Everyone's
this examination
required to
together.
learn how to fly a ship. Like you've already done the requirements, and so it's like you can do it, but we'll just see what everyone's gonna try.
Cadet McTavish, I apologize for your disliking of your assignment. But seeing as we all wish to pass, I believe it is the best place for you currently.
Understandable.
Cadets, you shall be
Okay, I'm drawing my phaser just
welcome, cadet.
You should
Welcome,
definitely shoot
cadets.
one.
Welcome,
That'd be
cadets.
hilarious.
Your
I think
current
I should
objective.
what?
Definitely
Your
shoot.
current.
Is this gonna be
Welcome,
like
cadets.
A
You have received, of course, the following transmission: a distress signal from the ship known as the Kobayashi Maru at the edge of the neutral zone. Please continue. At this moment, I need to make a dexterity saving throw for Jack.
Oh, looky
What?
that!
At the gunner's. Holy shit.
You
That was
did.
a nat 1. He very
Hey,
did.
question. I realize that my Blurk's instinct thing is me and up to 10 companions
You might actually
also
find
have
out.
that. So,
I mean, it's
if
possible.
his
That's like worst
so
case scenario.
everyone's
is you
pace
just
is
fail the
actually
test.
doubled
you're not on
when
the-
they're
that's
within
like
60 feet of me. I
like
didn't
worst case
realize that
scenario,
was
you
only
roll up
me.
another
Does that
character
help him?
because they fail.
It's like you're
I-
on ground support.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. At the gunner station, when you hear that, a electrical shortage hits. You let him choose. He chose this.
Oh my god!
You watch. He
That could've
drops
been
to the
me.
ground,
That could've been
sinking.
me. That's right,
He
we
looks
chose right.
completely unconscious.
Shit.
I get out of my
I would
chair.
like to do
I
a
get
quick
out of my chair.
scan.
Quick scan. He's not just at 0.
He's dead.
When you only have about 21 hit points and it deals 50 points of damage,
What?
he's dead.
Everybody
Wait,
out of your
I-
chairs
we
now.
chose right.
As in,
yeah.
anyone can make a quick check. There's no pulse. He's full dead. You immediately hear, cadet, we're working. Cadet, we're working.
Okay.
Play the simulation. We're working our best. Power. Simulation, you gotta complete this. You get this.
You should have played a paladin, so we could have had somebody playing Revivify.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well,
What?
that is unfortunate and
I
disturbing.
have so much healing stuff that I can't bring back.
When someone's full
Probably
dead.
all
I
might
spell
die.
that I can't do anything.
So, did it say that we have to complete the simulation regardless? Is that the only way out of this?
Sounds like
That's it. It was very
Oh,
rough, but it's
flip.
like maybe we gotta like
Okay.
play it through.
My connection to the main system, the simulation, does say we must complete the simulation.
Here we
Can I
go.
make a technology check to suss out like are our workstations safe for the
I
rest
would like
of
to
us?
do one as well.
yes,
Same.
please.
Yes.
I'll try. I'll
Here we
fail.
go. Everyone's gonna make some checks because this is where we're gonna start talking about one of the interesting things gonna happen this season is what's called deployments. You know, these roles that they're different than your
Tech
class.
is Arcana.
Yes. Arcana equals tech in this.
I got a 20 again?
We're
What?
up to 8.
Body, what
Up to
the
8.
hell?
Holy
So that was
Arcana
really
is-
funny, August.
Arcana is-
Arcana
like,
is
rolled it,
tech.
and I'm
So
like,
if I ever say Arcana,
oh, that's
So
really
we're doing
good. I got a
Arcana
dirty
check.
20. Wait, I have a plus.
because it's like what's going on with our
Ah.
what's natural 13?
Natural 13.
Natural 13.
Yes.
Natural 13.
I just looked at it, I'm like, oh,
Yes.
20.
That's the right time to get in
21.
that 13.
21.
Sir.
Really good.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I might be able to
22,
clear. I mean,
22.
maybe.
Hell yeah.
We're
This
all
this
doing
is.
so well.
I think this is going great. Mondo, what'd you get? 11. Again, not bad. Here's what you all need to know. I'm going to briefly give you a rundown of the stations you're in. This is something throughout the campaign you'll be able to kind of like a class level up in, try to get stuff. And of course, what you're doing right now isn't like set in stone. Obviously, it could be like a, hey, today I got kind of this role on the ship. I would love to try out something else and like actually level that up to be my role.
That makes sense.
deployments go as thus. We're going to start just kind of top down. We're starting with coordinator, usually captaincy, right? A coordinator. At first rank, of course, you have power dice. All of you, of course, will need to note you share power dice on the ship. Which kind of a brief insight into Mondo, Marissa, at the engineering, there is, in the ship, a D8 hub and spoke for your power die. It's a D8. And you know that you have 6 in a central storage and 3 in a system storage. Meaning, everyone's got 3, like 3 power die they can use for fun little abilities checks. Like, I'm going to pilot and use a D8 to do extra damage or fly extra fast. Everyone's got 3 personal, but there is 6 in a central storage that anyone can choose from and say, ooh, can I have this one, gang? Like, working together, say, I've already used my 3, but because I'm in, piloting, I really need to move us fast. Can I borrow this one? That's kind of how the dice work. This is something that engineering can refresh. As refueling power dice, there's like a certain amount of times where it's like, let's try to get some dice back to do this stuff that can happen on your turn.
If you'll just help me know what I'm rolling.
That's where, and again, we'll look at these all out of session. This in session, it's why it's a pretty like crazy thing going on. For a coordinator, your basic things is you're going to have access to power die and what's called collaborations.
Okay.
Some of them, once you officially choose this, is you'll choose 2, but right now you can do a lot. There is stuff called bolster, where you use a power die to gain 10 hit points to everyone. Something called battle stations, where on first turn combat, choose a number of creatures equal to the amount you rolled that can act normally and are not surprised, so to speak. Insight, where you can bolster the crew to give like a charisma modifier plus the roll to damage dice. And of course, watch out, where when making a saving throw, roll the die and add to the results. And heads up, where if you're not surprised, you add that power die and add it to the initiative of any friendly ship you want. Like, your stuff is a lot of helping the ship, helping the crew, right? That is a coordinator. We do not have a gunner. As the gunner station also looks fried to hell. So I'm not going to go through that now.
Okay.
Mechanic. So, Marissa, here's the stuff you get to know. And of course, this isn't set in stone. You can choose whatever as the campaign goes on. But right now, as a mechanic, you've got these power dice, right? Your big things with technique is where you can try and do stuff to gain power dice back for everyone, or do stuff to help with, like, shields. For example, you can use the tech die or power die and increase the fly ship the speed, basically, output power. You can do stuff like a sensor boost to add it to scanner probe checks. You can do patch checks, power distributor. You roll the tech die, move that number of power die from one location to another. So like, oh, Sam Station's got 3, but Mason needs 3. I'm going to use my power die to move them for him. Like, here, take the power die since we're all running low. Like, you're kind of the helping this group die. I actually have die that I'll use once we start the full campaign that everyone will see. It's like, oh, I can use these or give these. Important to note with creative thinking, when you're rolling your die, if you ever roll a 1, though, the dice will decrease, meaning it will go from a D8 to a D6 or a D6 to a D4.
Ooh.
Can it go?
Conversely, if you roll the max, it will increase up to a 12.
Okay.
As engines can burn out or increase power.
Okay.
So that's your kind of like very individualistic thing. As well as at the end of everyone's turn initiative, you can decide like, hey guys, are we going to burn fuel and stuff to get power dice back or not? Same with shields. You get this kind of choice of like, you're the one that makes that executive decision of like, do we do shields back? Do we get dice back? Like, what do we want? Because initiative in a ship is a full co-op. Like, there's really no like us versus them. It's like our ship and their ship, and we all work together.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your things. Pretty simple stuff. And of course, if you choose it as an official like deployment, you'll get more intricate stuff.
I love that.
Next up, we do have operators. Now, we have 2 operators right now. You guys are both like this style of operator where it's like, this is a deployment where we work with communications and such.
Wait, what was I doing?
Piloting. We'll get to piloting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought she was doing
We
piloting.
swapped because it was she speaks like 8 languages, and so it's like that's
cool.
right. With yours venturing and stuff, you've got your power die, you've got disruptions, or what they're called.
Stupid questions today.
For yours deals a lot in saving throws. Always use charisma or intelligence.
Yes.
With
Wait,
your
do we
disruptions,
use my charisma.
your
Okay,
your
that's
personal
right.
ones, yes.
Perfect.
You've got stuff where you can enhance the scopes of the ship to increase ranges by about 500 feet. You've got stuff like hacked communications where you can try to hack a number of ships and roll the dice to disable their comms. You've got remote sensors and system blocking where you can both like remotely try to censor something or block a system if someone's coming at your ship, and targeted strikes where if you make an attack you can use a reaction. You add the power die damage roll, like basically like a, hey, the gunner just fired but we really want to fire it. Of course right now your gunning system is down. It's a bit dangerous right now. Finally, we have pilot, or penultimately, pilot. Your stuff, known as tactics and power die, of course that's all similar. You've got a lot of crazy fun stuff. You've got like attack pattern delta, where you use power die to get advantage. Barrel rolls, where you roll the die, multiply it by 50, move that many feet to like avoid an attack. Skim the surface, you attempt to fly through the space of a hostile ship and roll the die, multiply by 50, your speed will increase. And target acquired, bonus action, power die to make attack roll from your ship has advantage, and if it hits, you add that die. A lot of your stuff deals with, of course, the flight of a ship and everything. And, of course, the more you increase this, you'll get other crazy good stuff, right?
Cool.
Finally, we do have the Technician. Technician, you work specifically in a lot of the shielding and systems of the ship. Meaning, your power die are used primarily as reactionary stuff for reducing damage equal to the die roll, halving damage, kind of like a barbarian, where you use it before and it's something called brace for impact, close the blast doors. Brace for impact is nice, where instead of being reduced to 0 shield, you can bring it back to 1, because if you ever lose your shields, you can't regen them.
Yeah.
Shields are nice where you can get a little bit back in return. Intensify shields, you can also spend a power die to make your ship have a bonus of AC to the shield. Like, you can do a lot of that good stuff. Here's what's important to note. We're going to go through. For being the technician, Sam, you're going to go ahead and keep track of, right now, the shields are at 79 hit points. That's their max. And the hull is at 92. Okay. Going to keep track of that. You're going to keep track of, the ship has a flying speed of 400 and a turning speed of 300.
Okay.
And of course, you know, warp drive is a 0.5 warp drive, best of the class. Like, you're doing great on that front. Being comms, you know, right now, communication badges are up with everyone.
Yeah.
Everything is going fine. And you'll be the ones making those checks using ship's check for that. Marissa, you'll keep track of, right now, we have a group 6 dice, 68 that we can share as a group, and everyone's got 3d8, so just keep track of the
So
dice.
everybody already
rolling.
has 3, and then there's 6 bonus that I'm in charge of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, as captain, you have final say on a lot of things. Of course, everyone's got their stuff where they can do it. You, as captain, are going to make these tough calls.
Alright.
Question: can you
Yes.
send whatever this document is?
All in the Google Drive.
Okay, because I was looking at the USS Confidence and I didn't see a lot of the details.
It's got, most of the stuff you need to worry about is, especially for being operated, you know, working in the comms right now, you're going to be using like the intelligence and wisdom of the ship when making scans and such, and when applicable, you'll get to apply your own modifiers. Like, you know, you'll both have those like great stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Quick question. Did you see my text?
The shenanigans begin.
They're always especially Muppet.
Is that smart or is that stupid?
You're about to make a box of Doom roll.
Oh,
What? Are you trying to like take
This is
apart the
a
whole shit?
box of Doom Insight.
She's like
Inside,
tearing you
okay.
the panels that were there
Yeah,
before
are you
the
climbing
I-
on
started.
the ship?
Hold on. I need to be perfectly honest. I wasn't ready for a box of Doom session 1 from Megan.
You should have been. Out of everyone.
Well, I wasn't prepared for you to pull out and kill someone.
That's fair.
That's a very fair.
Could
I
it be
need-
medicine?
It's an insight.
Okay, I will
and
do
I'll tell you
insight.
why. Jamie, you're gonna make an insight. I'll let you know. You want either, because if you get super high or super low, you'll get a lot of stuff.
Gives me 12.
12.
Almost right.
Right in the middle when you
Yeah.
told me I wanted either extreme.
Could you add your +4?
I think that's specifically for other people. I don't know if I can apply it to myself.
I've texted you back.
Okay.
Good to know. Jamie, tough calls. Everyone's realizing this is tough stuff. As we begin into this group initiative. Captain McTavish, your screen shows you this. All of you are kind of getting the same thing. The Kobayashi Maru, a class freighter ship that has been transporting about 70 civilians, has issued a distress signal from the edge of the neutral zone. If we were to look at it under a super analytical thumb, they are technically within the edge of the neutral zone in the Klingon Empire.
Okay.
But, as you know, or rather what the computer's telling you, the Klingon Empire is hostile towards the Federation, which all of you can go, no, they're not. When was this made? Wow, this is an old sim.
Pretty old. Yep.
If the Klingons find you, that could be considered an act of aggression. But you are the only ship in the area that could respond to the Kobayashi Maru. What's the play?
All right. Get our shields up and get us there as fast as we can.
Yes, sir.
Get us there as fast as we can.
I pop our shields up.
You, shields raised, pilot check. We are now going to once again roll initiative. Everyone will be aware that as this is a group, we will only go into this miniature initiative if we get into solo stuff. But you kind of want someone to roll high because then you'll all get a high roll. Here we go. We're going to start... I have to roll, of course, off screen. Okay. That's decent. Jumbo, what'd you get?
13.
13?
I got a natural 13.
A natural
I know,
13
same
for
here.
Orson. Same?
Yeah.
Okay,
But a
I'll get to
15
that.
total for me.
Oh, what is my total? I think it's also 15.
And for
Yes, it's also a 15.
Jamie,
Nat one.
Oh,
natural
no.
1. Mondo,
14.
14. And McTavish,
21.
21. That is
And we-
very good.
Question. So, the ship
Yes.
is going on the initiative. The person who rolls the highest is
Correct.
what we're comparing to, like, if we
21.
get involved in that.
In
stuff.
comparison, it's very good to have someone who can roll 21.
Do we want his higher just in case? Because I can give him a D4.
That's
Is it
yeah. This is
actually
where we
good?
enter a
Good
very
idea.
co-op moment of
I'd say yes because we have no idea what we're coming up against,
yes.
so we want everything.
I will use my potent aptitude to tell you how to sit better in your chair.
And you can add.
lumbar support is very important.
A D4.
A D4. I will let you roll. I don't know why I rolled it. It was fine.
Oh, yeah,
It feels
'cause-
nice in my hand.
That's-
So yeah, because McTavish, that 21 might increase up to a 25, which would be insane. That's near impossible.
That'll be a 24.
yeah.
Nice.
4, my
Goodness.
guy.
I have no more potent aptitudes though.
Okay.
That is the last bone
So
aptitude.
you get
I
2?
have
I
like
get two.
3 more
Is
sage
it-
advice
Okay,
expenditures.
good to know.
Here we go.
Mine's not based off an ability score. It's
Is it based off
flat.
proficiency?
No,
It's just a die.
Because proficiency right now is a +2, and a lot of
it
things.
is not based off of proficiency.
Dang it!
Unless it is. It's like one of
Unless
those
it is.
weird class
It's
things
one
where
of
it's
those options.
at
It either is or
certain
is
levels.
not.
At certain levels.
I will
it
let
goes
you
up.
know.
That's fine.
So it might be proficiency.
That
I just don't know. what
was
levels.
very helpful. Let's be honest. Getting a better
Okay.
ship initiative as a group is always better.
Okay.
Making your way,
Oh.
you immediately find yourselves in the neutral zone. Within moments, out in the distance, you can see the Kobayashi Maru. Edge of the neutral zone, stranded. What's the play?
Remind me,
Awaiting
who's
your orders,
got...
Captain.
Sorry. Alright, so what's wrong with the Kobayashi Maru again? It's just
It
stranded?
looks completely stranded.
Like no electricity.
Doesn't one of us have whatever composition where you can like scan for stuff around us in space?
Isn't that
Exoship.
Is
yeah.
that me?
Yep.
Okay. What
That'll be-
check do I make?
Alright,
to do
yeah,
that?
hit
Yeah.
the exoship.
Here we go. You're gonna make a quick probe check with the ship, or a scanning check. This is using the ship stat, so +4.
And we're within range to scan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Girl.
13.
They would have been awesome.
13. With a scan check in the area, the Kobayashi Maru is completely stranded. It looks like all civilians, all 70, are still on board, but life support is down, meaning it should run out in a while. as far as you can tell, their communications are down to the extent of you're not sure if they can receive signals anymore. They may have gotten a distress call out right before everything went to the poop.
Does the ship have some kind of like tractor beam or a tow rope or something?
Would you love to look at the ship document?
I will check.
Let's
Yeah,
go
I'm looking
ahead.
right now.
tractor beam.
Yes, we do.
You got a tractor beam.
And that is the engineer who does that, right? Or is the
That fun fact would be the pilot and engineer. So we're going to have Jumbo and Mondo. You guys are gonna work a little bit of magic here. You're gonna try to do this. Here we go. Tractor beam. It will take an action, of course. So we've started into like the initiative of first. I would like a check. Can you just make me a quick for the ship? You're using their boost power, so it's a +3. So it's a D20 +3. Mondo, you're going to be making for the engine check a quick constitution check for the ship, so just +6. As you're gonna get the engines primed to start towing a ship, and you're getting that like move the ship into
So
position.
D20 +6
Plus
plus
6.
my modifier of 3.
No, just +6, because you're in charge of rolling for the ship. If that
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
the ship.
It's using the ship stats in the Google
Okay,
Doc. yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
18.
18. That moves into position. DC needed. Going in. Fun fact, with the Kobayashi Maru being out of power, it cannot make the check to try to succeed against strength save, though they might have purposely failed anyway.
I got a 9.
9 does not succeed the DC.
Do you want to
13
use
needed.
a power die?
If you were to use a power die, you might be able to do some stuff here. For example, as a mechanic or running the engines, you've got some stuff. Basically, it would require your bonus action, but you would be able to increase the engine tuning. It would be like it's increasing the ship speed, helping where it's like, hey, even though the engine's not powerful enough, it's boosting the power to like basically start pulling.
So like, should we do that or?
I'd say yeah,
think
power
so.
die.
Description, power die. Okay,
So roll a D8.
roll a d8.
Hey, August, could you actually put the ship stats on the
It's a
big
7.
screen so
A
that we don't have to
7.
flip
So that
between all
gives
the
us a
things on our
16,
phones?
right?
Yeah.
Right.
I also have it pulled
Yep.
up on my computer and can quick access everything, but
That's
Yes,
fair.
because that's also what you can do is say like, hey, can you be our person in charge of this
Thank
for
you,
quick
because
stuff?
Yeah.
I have a small screen
I'll handle the
and it
hit
doesn't like
points,
to
and if you
zoom
guys
in.
have questions, I can find it quick.
So that
Yeah.
passes the DC, right?
It does pass the DC. So instead of the engine being powerful, it's just like let's give more power to the aft engines just to like push us. As you do so, Exocomms is about to pick up something coming out of cloaking. 2 Klingon bird of praise decloak right next to the Kobayashi Maru. As they decloak, internal comms, they're hailing you.
Hey guys, do we want to talk to the Klingon?
Answer.
Across the screen.
This is
Full
the USS Confidence. How may I help you?
Yes, Condon, please hold. You full on.
Sorry.
Goskaraksin Snuffer! Which of you speak common? Jamie, you understand that speaking Klingon. Does anyone else speak Klingon? Or like
Nope.
probably not, yeah.
I think Orson might.
Or some might.
Let me double check. What like?
Would be like
Oh,
the
Apparently I only
D&D
know
equivalent.
I have
like
an
to
extra
combine
language,
areas,
and
so
I was
no,
going
I
to
do
ask you
not.
what would make the most sense because you know a lot more about
Probably
Star Trek.
Romulan or Klingon are the top ones, shall we say.
We'll just go with Romulan. Well, we'll go with
So,
Klingon for now.
Jamie, you're understanding this message for Megan. Do you understand Klingon either?
I do not.
No.
I speak
I'm
Galactic,
gonna
So-
say I
Basic,
do
and
Klingon
Scenario.
instead
I
of
speak
Romulan.
common and Leonin.
Okay. Well,
So the comms experts speak the language.
yeah, there we go. We're good.
So you will have to translate for and vice versa. So I will
Okay.
only talk to you two.
Okay.
Which of you can communicate?
Hello.
I'm good. I'll answer in perfect Klingon, but just the weird Muppet accent.
Sorry, that was fun.
Yes, literally that.
What disorder is this? Where is your captain?
Right here. As I stand up out of the chair.
Tell your captain this. You have stolen from Klingon space. We consider this an act of piracy and a violation of treaty. Surrender at once or face the consequences. Relay this message! As he just...
Hey, Cap, they think that we stole something from them,
Oh shit.
and they want us to surrender. Can I tell them to take a hike? No.
Are they talking about us?
I
trying
would
to
not
steal
recommend
this
telling
ship?
an aggressive Klingon to take a hike. That would be poor terminology
Okay.
to use, as the
I'm going
language
to
barrier is
put
already
on
thick
my
enough.
best bartender voice, customer service voice. So, do we want to just try and make peace with them, or?
At first, yes.
Okay.
See if that'll work.
Shall I prepare shields?
See if you can get the guns
Hello.
back on.
What is your name?
My name is Jarl Tahak!
Arnold Talk. Hello. I screwed that up. Sorry. We are deeply sorry for the fact that you feel as if we have invaded your personal space. However, we did just newly arrive here, and we are just trying to help out our sister ship over here that is unfortunately on its last legs. We'll just go ahead and gather up the crew, and we'll be out of your hair. And I would like to roll a persuasion.
Yes, you will.
Okay, I get advantage. Well, no. If I roll a nat 1, I get
While
to
she's
have
doing
advantage.
this under the captain's orders, I will attempt to fix the gunning station.
Go ahead. You're gonna need to make me a technology check. I'll tell you right now. It's DC 21.
I'm
pretty
good
tough.
at technology.
Something seriously messed up. you think.
Okay, I am going to use that 7 instead as a 10 is my once per day feature, and adding persuasion, it is a 15.
19.
15.
19.
I
Thank
did
you,
did
ma'am.
not make it. I only got a 16.
You realize it's gonna take possibly a good while. These won't be back online for a while.
I relay that to the captain.
Do your
You
best,
watch,
Sergeant.
stops, takes this message in, leans
Orson
over.
is fine.
I hope a 19 was enough.
This ship and all aboard have drifted into Klingon space. They are now the property of the Klingon Empire, and your crest is denied.
Excuse you? Pull up a map? No.
No, you see, he pulls him out. It is clearly within the Klingon space, and the treaty has been violated for trying to steal our property.
Are they lying? Did they redraw a map?
No, you actually realize
Have
it's that, like,
drifted?
oh no,
Oh.
they drifted. Like, before you got the
no.
tractor beam off, they had just drifted enough out of the neutral zone.
Can I make a lore check to figure out some law or caveat in the treaty that would make them back off or allow us to
Yeah.
help them?
It's like how it's a war crime to kill medical personnel type of thing. Like, hey.
What would this be? Would this be lore?
Speed lore.
Oh, that's 25.
Yes!
25.
You are so boss.
Possibly saving your bacon.
Ooh.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to explain. You do a big old lore check. It's been a while since you've even thought about the old treaties, the old, like, back when the Klingon Empire was really
This is
aggressive.
our in-game rules lawyer.
Yes.
The Klingons are aggressive. They respond to aggression, and they can be impressed by it. Right now, though, on a 25, you know for certain there's nothing that's going to make them give up the Kobayashi Maru.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bad part.
Any way we get the people off it though, and let
If
them on
you
the
can
ship?
stall to get the people off, maybe. But that would require extreme stealth
Yes.
and forms of transportation that might trigger. You would have to figure out how can we get a transport beam down. If it goes off and the Klingons like do a scan and realize you're transporting people off, they might just open fire.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
If-
any way we can scramble their ability to scan?
That's the thing, is if you can figure out how to stop their ability to scan, stealth in, and it might even require other ways than just the transport room, which can
Like
really
actual...
at max only get about 12 at a time. But that's looking at a solid plan of if you can get the people off and say fine, take it.
And then if we continue to keep distracting the actual people on
I'm
their
gonna
ship.
tell you,
Mhm.
in probably just Federation Standard or whatever, to keep them talking and don't piss them off, and then I'm gonna tell the captain
All
this
right, I will
plan,
do my best.
essentially.
Right,
Here we
yeah,
go.
If you can scramble them, do it.
Here's what we're gonna need first. You're gonna need to make a persuasion check to basically give me how many in real life minutes I'll give you.
Oh, yikes.
Well, because that's also what they might give is like we're enough talking. I'll give you like 2 minutes or how many.
Give me another
cycles.
nat 20, please.
Another nat 20. That's what we need.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's a 17.
17 in real life minutes.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh.
We need a 17 minutes. Okay, save. You're gonna have about 17 minutes, because at one point in talking, they might just go, "You have 10 minutes to decide, otherwise we open fire." Kind of that stuff.
Mhm.
This is where you can all talk. And again, it's very helpful being comms. You can literally just patch and be like, I'm the only voice they'll hear, and you all can just talk and like make the
Perfect.
plan.
Real quick, while they start discussing the plan, I would like, because I know if I were to just like tools and such try to fix the gunner station, it would take too long.
Mhm.
Can I attempt my repair droid tech power?
Oh, you can.
Because
I
it's
would
construct.
say this.
Nice.
You might get too plugged in if that makes sense. That's a give and take. Coming from the
Okay.
Nat 13s earlier, which I promise I get to.
Okay, cool.
On
You're
the
good.
Nat 13, this is the choice. There might be a way, but it means you're plugged into the system, and you might not be able to get out.
Of the system.
Meaning,
Like
if
you
you're-
might be taken up in the
you
system.
might just be in the system until the end of the simulation, and can't help it all.
Oh.
And it's not a guarantee it will work.
Then I will calculate that, see that the chances of success are low, and not do it.
Yeah. So we have to do it without.
On the Nat
comms.
13 from you from
Okay.
earlier as well.
Risks are only possible if they are above 50% outcome.
This is a terrifyingly real scenario.
Mhm.
Something's going on with the holodeck. You're not sure how to fix this, shall we say.
Mhm.
When all's said and done, there are real lives aboard here. They are just simulated people on the Kobayashi Maru. So you have that terrifying real, and it's not a choice you have to make yet of, it's a test. And maybe we just need to flee. So there's that option. And so you don't have to worry about that now, but knowing, and I haven't started the 17 minutes, keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to relay
Once
this.
you guys are ready to
Okay.
start official planning and like going, I will
Awesome.
press
Thank
start and we'll make rolls and I'll talk and
Okay.
we'll do that.
Nick, what's your part of the ship again?
Pilot.
Piloting.
Your pilot. Okay.
I'm going to just tell everybody real quick. Hey, if we have to, we can always just run away and flunk this test and take it again next year, maybe.
I do not see that as a likely outcome.
Frankly, I don't want to waste another year of my life
Well,
on
they
this
just killed
academy,
Perseus,
so
This
And seeing as
simulation
this
is
is our only
outdated
way
enough
out.
already. I would not want to take it another year down the road.
that's fair. Okay, just keep in mind. Okay.
With your plan, our chances of success have computed up to roughly 32%.
Hey,
Would you
not
like to
very
proceed with this
have
option?
I have had Klingon people
However,
in
that
my
is the
bar
best
before?
that could be come up with.
Yes, for sure.
I need you to run diagnostics for me on something.
Can
Yes,
I
sir.
do my own
Between my
check?
biology and the Klingon
Whatever you say
captains,
it would be.
what would the
In my personal
potential
experience with
outcome of
Klingon, are
one-on-one
there
combat
any
be?
drinks
Oh.
or other pastimes in general that Klingon are entertained by?
Klingon, they love all types of ale
Yes.
and they love drinking blood wine.
Okay. Do
It's not
I?
actually blood.
I have a brewery's kit. Can I? Do I have the materials necessary to make some of those types of drinks?
I'll let you know, not in the time they've given you, or the time that
Interesting.
you've rolled for.
Okay.
For sure, in these quick final plan makings.
So, very important request from the captain. He's asked me to run diagnostics on his biology in comparison to a Klingon leader to see if one-on-one combat would be possible for him. So, I would like to do that. Can I make a technology check with that being my systems to diagnostics that?
For sure.
And just get your DM
Yep.
opinion.
I'll give a DM opinion. I'm looking at the stat block here. I'm like, I know what he can do.
22.
22. I'm gonna text Mason something.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And
As-
this is me
It's like what you'll
diagnosing-
be reviewing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text
I'm
Mason.
doing diagnostics off of a normal Klingon. I don't know any specific things about this Klingon.
This is what your average Klingon is.
In comparison to an average Klingon, I can send that directly to your datapad captain.
Sweet.
Hey, question. Will you let us know when you start the 17-minute timer?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm like, oh crap, you wasted 4 minutes. I wish I'd rolled a nat 13 on that instead I rolled a 12.
Okay. I'm giving the diagnostics. You would know this because again, you're just Klingons.
Can I
Physically and
sorry.
powerful. Good lord. I forgot to make Megan her puppet. I forgot I was gonna do that over
Oh,
Christmas break to have like a
cool.
physical I can make it at any point. I've got all the foam still.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Can I do
Just
it?
gonna make one before the finale.
If we need to.
That might be the only chance,
Oh, boy, how?
Okay.
but it's smart.
That is the diagnostic.
So in terms of like scrambling their signals or whatever, will that be like me making a technology check, or is that like one of
That
the
is
shell
fun
things?
fact. The ship can do this for you.
Okay.
You can also use some of your deployment stuff to do so as well.
Okay.
As hacked communications
It's not
allows
actually
you
worse.
to make the other ship make a wisdom save
Mm-hmm.
and be disabled until rebooting.
My dad did not understand that.
Now I'll let you know, hacked communications is very obvious. If that happens, once they get it back up, it's wait, they didn't just naturally go down. It's kind of like the friends spell in D&D, where it's like after the time ends, after they reboot, they'll know what happened.
Well, and this might not be great
What?
because it's a curve
It's
It's,
like, oh, well, somebody's
um,
got to best message. I was like, no,
based
please
on
no.
like the save is based on our ship's charisma, and I think we have +0.
Well, charisma, you have, for interfere for that check, it's a +4.
There is a plus 40
Oh.
here because our ship is expertly equipped with
And
its
again,
systems.
keep in mind, ships are not the same as people, where your ship has like a +6 in Constitution, but a 000 for other stuff. Like, that's kind of normal for ships. And for a Klingon bird of prey, which is built for war, you could just rightfully assume passively, like, these aren't great for communication. These are built to destroy stuff. They're not going to be great for communications, right? Like,
Okay.
and the thing is, of course, there's 2 of them, so it's doing it in succinct succession to interfere, and if needed, hack on top of it. Like, I'm gonna interfere the comms, and if it's not looking like it's working, it's doing then that
Then you
perfect
would add the hack
expend
communications.
the
That
3
makes
power die
sense.
you guys have to then say, I'm gonna bust out their systems.
Okay.
But then it's more of it. That's then a tighter time window of the second those comms come back online, they're gonna know what we did. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yep.
that all makes sense.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to try your plans?
One last question.
Yes.
The dice that were reserved for the gunners, since the gunner system is down, are those dice now put
Forfeit.
into the bonus as well? Oh, they're
They're
forfeited.
I think the dice overload those power overload.
Yeah. I was just curious.
You're sorry. Maybe
Yeah.
because of last session. You see
Yeah.
some of this.
Uh,
It's what happens with the dice.
I'm curious. Did the gunner station get shorted?
I will refrain from answering any and all questions.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, we've got a plan. Trying to hack the systems. Both of you can even like do this together. It's like you can offer the help action again. It's lucky that you have 2 PCs on this.
Yep.
You can offer that help action to let's hack their system. And even if somehow that doesn't work, we can literally hack the system using power die.
Mm-hmm.
Holding actions, of course, for that get out of dodge. Same with you and
Sorry.
I tickled her.
you're good. It's basically that like you and the engine. It's like pilot and engine is like we got to get ready to get out of dodge. Keeping shields up and ready, and invite to one. You want to do it? Because technician, you might have to work on transportation.
Yeah.
I will say if you are gonna do a common thing, maybe wait that till like worst case scenario because she's doing pretty well just talking.
Yeah, August is saying
I
it
would
might be the
recommend
only
with
way.
the diagnostics of a standard Klingon versus the race of your people, an even fight to a standard Klingon. This seems to be a general or a war leader of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, experience would trump by a long.
I'm about to start in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Okay, so I'm making an interfere check.
Interfere check
With advantage
with
on
advantage
first
because
roll.
both of you are
Up
immediately.
at full capacity, sir.
And I will say, you've just given these. It's that like go, like okay, you're talking to
That's a 21.
21. Excellent.
Yes.
Here comes. Let's see their comms. I will let you know. They rolled really bad. To play it fair, they technically have like a ship resist kind of thing, so you're gonna want to use the power die. So
Okay.
using d8s, it's expending the 2. Go ahead and roll because it does also help minus from the ship because they are now
So
making
I'm
wisdom
rolling
saves.
2d8s.
2d8s, 1 for each ship, of course. Oh baby, that's gonna help.
Oh, baby.
I rolled a 2 and a 5.
I will allow the 5 to go to the better of the 2, meaning it will perfectly fail the check, and the 2 to go for the lower one, which would have failed anyway.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Their ships are hacked. It may, but now you don't know the timer, right? You know you have at least 17. That time may have shortened because again, if they can get it back online sooner, they'll immediately go hard.
I will hardcore distract them.
Here we go. Are we starting to get people off? And Captain, how are you going to, for Mason, how are you going to challenge? Because they got to get ready to start teleporting people. You want to keep all eyes.
Yeah, I'll challenge.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
You dare challenge me, you Federation dog? Very well. Meet us aboard our ship. We will monitor closely the transportation to make sure that you only transport here. We watch you start marching down the corridor immediately. Weapons seemingly, holodeck seemingly stuff that you
Quick
would know.
question.
Yep.
You said
And phaser.
that you only transport here. Was it you only like this one person, or
Yeah.
you only transport to this location?
Kind of bit of both.
Okay, cool.
So as
Cleveland's not
as
perfect
he's
English.
leaving, I would
Was
like,
there no
Captain,
way to convince
permission
him to have
to
it
set
on our
phasers
ground?
to vaporize.
Permission granted.
All of you can free action before entering initiative
I guess
to
we're
put your
doing
guns
this.
at 2d12 and vaporize.
I guess we're
Okay.
doing this.
Here we go.
I read it in the document. We had to have the captain's approval.
You do have to, yes, because you can't just go to vaporize anytime you want to. That would be very bad. Let's.
Alright.
We have already personal initiative. I will let you know. Once again, coming in clutch. You got a 24. The Klingons got a 17.
Nice.
Oh,
So
dang.
you will act before. So it will go you, Klingon, to Ark, and Orson will come back to you, and you'll be making some of your patch checks that +8
Perfect.
to basically steal people back.
And we're close enough thanks to the tractor beam.
Or excuse me, probe checks. It's a +6.
+6.
Yes.
Okay.
Tractor beam, yes, makes it close enough, so you're not having to worry about
Perfect.
stuff. Here we go. Tavash. This man looking before you, this Klingon, you teleport on. He's standing. You watch. I deem myself to speak your common tongue. Prepare to die with honor. Takes off his helmet. Multiple ringlets down, huge forehead. You act first. Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
It's more like a
Bonus
7.
action, daunting roar.
Oh hell yeah! What's the save?
DC 14 wisdom.
Ooh. Oh damn. Okay, he did get a synth 19 on that one. As she roars back, "Gah!" Just this huge Klingon war cry. He's ready. That was just bonus action though.
So then, so what weapons does he have that I can see?
He looks just to have the classic giant Klingon warblade.
Bat'leth.
It's big. Now it's ready to come down at your neck, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna use my movement to kind of get behind him, like drop down to all fours, move real fast behind him. I'm gonna reach around and claw attack.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll.
Like I'm going straight for the throat here, full animalistic.
Hell yeah.
That is a 21.
21 will hit.
Okay. Lonnie, can you hand me my dice bag?
Yes.
I'll be super nice. Rolling the dice, I'll pause the timer.
Oh,
It's that
thank
quick
you.
to cut to real time.
Yeah.
12. And we come back into the blood and damage and all the
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah. No.
Especially when it takes so long to find the right dice. Thank you.
I know, right? No, that's why I'm like, for any, if we have to do big rolls, I'm totally gonna be nice.
All right. That is 6 points of damage for my claws.
6 points. Looks like it halves. He might have some that. He might have bonus action rage, so to speak, before entering into this one-on-one.
Before we restart the timer, quick question.
Point of
Did
clarification.
you appoint someone to be...
Oh, you would have to.
Oh,
Who's
yes.
who's got the con?
Yeah, who's got
I will put Jumbo in charge.
Jumbo.
He's
you-
like, why?
Thankfully, again, Captain
Look at
Sheriff,
these
in fact,
piloting
can
and
still
those
do
things, yeah.
piloting. Like, Captain Sheriff can technically do any station from
Yeah.
it, but it's
Yeah.
that you would go crazy. So you can be pilot and sit in the con. So
Okay.
you've just been promoted.
Yeah,
Cadet
because
Jumbo,
technically,
welcome
if
to
you have a
responsibility.
One of these kind of ships, you can run the entire ship.
From the
It's
captain,
just you
sure.
just have to
Yeah.
be amazing.
It's
That-
it's
theoretically-
impossible.
Yeah.
Like if you were like even with Andrew, it would really stress your circus staff to do everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Point of clarification. That was important to know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's my turn.
boom, he rolls to attack for you. Boom. That is going to be a 20 and a 19. He got really good rolls on that. Those are going to deal a total of 17 plus 20 points of damage. He got a pretty max roll there. As as Slicey, you feel deep wound in your gut. Oh, that's
What do you
bad.
Another question is
Are cons
it
still
a
open
real...
with the other?
Conversation, you can hear everything. Again, comm badges, you
So,
probably still have it on.
question
So.
about the simulation.
Is he actually injured?
That was real hit points.
Oh no.
Real hit points, my guy. Here we go.
Can who's
Orson, start making your rolls for.
I would like to, hearing the pain, Captain, just speak at any time, and I will beam you back to the ship with
I was
the
gonna
group
say.
of refugees.
And
Yeah,
we
thank
will
you.
run.
Yeah.
Just you gotta give me the word, and you gotta be alive, man.
Oh yeah.
So do you want it now, or do you want me to wait?
Wait.
All right.
I was gonna
Focus
say
on
the
getting as
same
many
thing,
people
yeah.
out of the Kobayashi.
I would like to use, if by acting captain's approval, the versatile frigate ability we have to gain advantage on this roll.
To gain advantage, for sure.
Perfect, because I rolled a 5.
Yes, you
That's not much better. 15 total.
15 DC exactly though. 12 people. That's good. You only need about 4 more solid runs, and you got
Okay.
everyone off.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We are back at the top of the order already. Ship stuff. A lot of you are holding, especially for cons. It's like because you guys might have that. If they get their cons back, you might be able to do one last quick jam. McTavish, that's you.
Alrighty. I will bonus action rage.
Smart.
Good choice.
And boom. So rage. Let's see. What can I do?
So we don't have guns.
Yeah.
Fighting's not an option.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the rough thing. Is it'd be nice to maybe fire on the Klingons a couple, but
Are there any Klingons around us?
more in about 30 feet away. None of them have their hands on their weapons. As what a fucking dishonor to interrupt a fight.
Yeah.
So they're all just folded arms, but there's about 12 in a circle around you, just here to if you win, you win, but if you lose, they're gonna make sure you don't
Yeah.
cheat.
Are there any blades or anything around us?
For sure, each of them have weapons. Want to grab one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make me a quick sleight of hand check. Just that, see if you can grab one off one, almost fast enough, shall we say. Pausing timer, of course, for all the dice rolls.
That's a 15.
15 DC exactly. You grab this. Go ahead. This will deal 2d20.
What? D20? Holy hell!
What is this weapon?
The best killing machine weapon ever made in the galaxy.
That's
2d20.
horrifying.
That's awesome.
He comes
We
back
didn't get our
on
hands
with
on
a
one of
machine
those,
gun.
That's
Alright.
20 points, about average, but still enough to half you.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't raging. So,
Sweet. So I
Yeah,
grab it,
bonus action rage.
and I'm gonna
bonus action rage. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. So then I'm gonna move to attack the captain,
Go ahead and roll the hit.
and then what would I add to it?
Still your strength.
Okay. It's pretty dang good.
Barbarians, man. Would you like to reckless?
Yeah. No. Let's see. I think I can frenzy attack. What can I do?
You're a
Yeah.
berserker?
Yeah.
Oh, frenzy's the bonus action, so you won't be able to do this one, but
Yeah.
recklessing is just for free. You
Yeah.
can do.
Oh yeah. I'll
Gives you
reckless.
advantage, but then
He'll
they
get
get advantage on
advantage.
you. But if you crit,
Yeah.
in my opinion, recklessing is always worth it. Come from a barbarian.
That's a 15 to hit.
15. That misses.
Yep.
Do you want to use
Do you
one of
want
the
a
Ds?
reckless?
If you want
Oh.
reckless.
Oh.
I get advantage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll reckless.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
That is a 23.
23 will hit. Go ahead and roll 2d20 as you all watch, or rather hear, ting, ting, blade on blade as you push back and realize, oh, these are meant to be dancing as you twirl the blade and it garrotes right underneath the chest.
Ew. So it's 2d20 plus what?
Strength.
Here's strength.
Plus strength. So that will be a 21 plus 19.
39. Halved to 19. Barbarian v. barbarian, basically.
Yeah.
Klingons have, it's more of a racial feature for them, actually.
How's he looking?
He's starting to look hurt,
Okay.
as he is now officially taken that damage.
I'm hurt.
Klingon gonna take. He's got advantage on you now. Whoa, that's going to only be a 10 to hit on the first one.
Miss.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is going to be a 16 to hit on the second.
That barely hits.
Barely hits. Here comes his big. Not bad. That is going to be 24 half to 12 points of damage.
Okay.
You're looking bad, but alive. Person.
Com's going with him, right?
Yeah, just
Yes.
like the moment he says "bring me back," I bring him
I
back.
will say
I was
medically,
gonna say,
you can check 6 hit points.
well, also, does Doctor's Orders have a range? Because it doesn't.
Does
in my
not, because
Can
you
I
got it
bonus action Doctor's Orders him?
with
So you
group
get-
initiative.
You get to spend 1 hit die plus your con plus 4 to heal.
Holy
Whoa.
crap, that's awesome.
Dr. Zord doesn't have a range using cons. If you didn't have con badges, it's well, yeah, he's hundreds, 100 feet away. Cons basically do make spell casting focuses to make it super easy
That
to
is
cast
so
through stuff.
dope.
So,
So
Awesome.
when he hit die,
A
hit
D12.
die.
You get a
Right, 'cause
d12
you're very-
plus your con
plus
8.
4.
I mean plus 4.
Plus
Sorry. If
Oh
your con
It
is
doesn't
more than
matter.
plus 8.
Gosh.
Doctor's orders probably coming in clutch because
Yeah.
Orson, start also making checks to get people off. I'll say we'll do that at the same time.
24.
24. Another 12 gone. That's 24 down out of the 70. You're looking at about 46 left.
That's 20 points I heal.
Hell yeah!
20
Yes.
points. You are ready.
Oh
You
my
kind of
gosh.
feel that boom, boom,
That
boom, boom,
was
boom,
so
boom,
cool.
as he just licks your blood off of his blade. Just, you shall die braver than most. What? As you, boom, catch his blade. You're not going down yet. Well done. That's back to the order. Everyone is kind of still holding. So McTavish, that's you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Could I use my
Won't do that.
empathic ability, use an action to get uncanny insight about the, it's one humanoid you can see within 30 feet. However, if I can see him
Ooh.
through the video, would that count?
There is no video right now. You've got
46 people.
audio.
Oh,
That's why
damn.
Doctor Orders and stuff, it's
How
easy
many
enough
we
to
got?
hear and do this,
We
but
got
the video is
24
what's
out of
messing you up.
7, so we have
Question.
46 left.
It sounded like we could
That
see them when we were
is-
doing communications.
Plus my
Four
strength.
rounds.
Yeah.
Only when the con, you'd have to open a con, and remember, their communications are hacked right now. It would
That's
be
fair.
very obvious.
Never mind then.
23 to hit.
23 will hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Just hoping I can help you out. Sorry.
No, that's close. It's like,
Okay, not bad, not
you kind of don't want their video to work.
So that's 11 plus 18.
29, that's going to have back down to 15.
Yep, and
Oh,
then...
rather.
And then I'll bonus action frenzy attack.
Frenzy attack, go for it. I will let you know.
Nat
Crit?
20?
Yes! You crit, go for it.
Thank
About
goodness.
half time remaining. You think again? You're doing that mental. All of you like did the like. Let's put up a timer on my
Okay,
system.
okay, we
like
got,
yeah, that's
maybe
easy.
8 minutes
But
left.
maybe like 8.5 ish. Like at best. Again, you don't know if their hack communication is going to lower it yet or not. That might be a problem.
Okay, so that is 39 points of damage.
39 halved to 19. Well done, dude.
Wait,
he-
and then crit damage.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
That is, oh wow, that shit. 13.
13 half to 6. He is looking bloodied. You stab him hard, and the guy's like, "Gah! You fight braver than most Federation scum." As he kind of like takes his blade and rips your blade out of him. He's going to bonus action heal a little bit. Part of the thing he can do.
Son of a bitch.
How many doctor's
As,
orders do you have?
ooh,
Oh, that's just an ability. That
as
doesn't happen.
bonus action heal,
I guess
he
presumably
is
how
now
many
going
hit dice he has
to
spend.
Oh my gosh.
roll for you. Here's
Are you
one.
serious?
Yikes,
It's so
that is a
good.
17.
Okay.
Okay, wow. Is
Oof,
that like a
that
bonus
is a
action or something?
21.
action.
Barely not a crit.
It's,
That
yeah,
was-
it's not
I saw it roll towards
It's
him. I was
similar,
like,
but they can only
So,
do as many
2
times as
hits.
hit
Yep.
dice, which is 3
Still,
right now.
that's pretty good.
So we're gonna start
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
13,
That's
13.
Fuck.
so broken.
Oh wow, okay,
Where did that
7, 7.
from?
So that's
So I
perfect.
took the
20 points of
Scholar
damage
class.
already have.
It's a very homebrewed thing, and that's just one of their abilities when you take the position.
As both of his-
I don't know if you took that subclass.
You
or
are
not,
at
but
about 6 hit points
What
again.
subclass is it?
Jamie,
It's called physician.
you watch Vital Signs immediately drop again as he takes another big
Can
damage.
I do another bonus action?
Go for it. Yep.
Spend another hit die and another con plus 4.
How many of these do you have? Because I think you have
It's however
4.
many hit dice he has. for
Oh,
Doctor's
so
orders.
you'll have one more after this. Yes.
Mhm.
That's 10.
10.
Oof.
Heck, anything works. Orson, that's on you.
Alright.
Let's get these people back.
Our check with the +6. Permission to use the reaction advantage?
Yes.
yes, Captain.
18.
18. Another 12. The number is just 46 is now 34.
Yep. I have it. I kept track of as well.
34. That's just a couple rounds. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
We can do it.
3 more. Here we go. Back to the top. McTavish, that's you.
Alright.
Gotta hope for some misses here soon. Like,
Yeah,
he's
no
been rolling
shit.
crazy well.
Okay, that is
So maybe don't reckless anymore.
17.
17 will hit.
Okay. That is math. 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage, half to 10.
Yep. And then I still have frenzy attack.
Yep.
You still want to end your rage on their ship. That's all.
Yeah. So that will be
What was it?
16
The
point,
so fun.
or 16
Yeah.
to hit.
16 hits
That's
exactly.
right.
You found the armor class.
I went
Doom, doom,
down.
doom. You are stabbing and garroting up and down his body. It is just cheeseburger. He's doing the same for you though. Your fur is becoming matted with blood, red and white staining.
Campaign.
Okay, that
Berserker
is
Minotaur.
another 34 points of damage.
34 half to 17. He looks
I
horribly
love
bloodied.
big sacks
Nice.
of hit points.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
was that my bonus? hit?
Horribly bloody. He's helping out.
Like
I think,
can play
yes,
the-
that was your
Yeah,
frenzy.
that is my bonus.
Here we go.
24 hit
Here
points,
comes
but
his
I'd love
attacks.
to have,
Yeah.
like, all
That
the
is
stuff.
going to be
Yeah.
a 15
That hits exactly.
and a 5, which he rolled a natural. He bad. So
Oh,
he
he
misses
got
one.
advantage on that guy? Oh,
No, he
two
didn't get
attacks.
advantage. Yeah, we're back to
Doctor's
flat.
orders?
But still,
Yes.
One more. Yeah.
one more. You just gotta 18 half to 9.
Okay.
All right, that was his
What do you
turn.
add?
Okay, doctor's orders
Down
goes.
to
Yep,
9.
last one.
Permission to use a
So I'm
reaction.
at 7
advantage?
points of damage, and then doctor's orders.
Heals. He takes 7.
Oh no.
Alright, that's 9 plus 8.
So you heal 17,
That's 17.
which you're back to 24. Well done.
Question.
what's the damage?
Megan, is your reaction? Is your +4 thing a reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
Reaction. So you can use your action and bonus. So yeah.
Can
So
I
you
have
could.
+4?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Because the higher roll by
I've
myself
got
was
one
a
left
13
after
plus
that.
4 is 17.
17.
Nice.
12 more gone.
Oh my gosh.
22. 2 more. You just need 2 more off the
2
ship.
more rounds.
McTavish, go for it.
And I can bring you back with the last batch.
Oh
as
man,
well.
the timer's running low. Again, I do pause anytime we have
That's
to
true.
roll the
You can't
dice.
put Owen back in
Because
the
the last
batch.
batch will have 10.
Yeah,
19
exactly.
for the first hit.
Hits.
Oh my gosh.
And then we
And
gotta
then that
get
is
out.
a dirty 20 for the second.
Dirty
Without
20
weapons.
hits.
So you're
So
pilot,
first
so
attack
then you can just
damage.
be like held action. Go!
Yeah, that's
40 points of damage.
40 half to 20.
And then second attack is 25.
25 halves to 13. I'll say rounding up on death's door.
Oh
Okay,
my
I'm just
that-
taking the last
Boom,
4
boom.
from him.
His turn. He's gonna bonus action heal
Would
for
it
sure.
help?
His healing.
Can I do
Oh
yay
damn,
through
that's
the comms?
really good.
Did he crit?
On his healing, yes.
Oh, on his heel.
He's
on his
got
healing, on his
too.
healing.
Babe,
He is now looking not even bloodied anymore. He's got a crit. Klingons are really fucking cool.
Babe.
Let me say.
Yeah.
can I do yay through the comms?
Let me quickly check that. I'll pause the timer because that's a rule point thing. Because yay, I believe should have a range. I don't.
It's a range of 60 feet.
But is it? I'm checking, kind of like for the
Uh-huh.
audio visual. Yay gives a bonus within the next minute. Wow. Each of your allies within 60 feet. I would have to say yes, it would work. With
Ooh.
combat.
So you get advantage without, or no, you get
Plus
plus 5
5.
bonus to attacks.
Nice.
Oh
There you go.
my gosh, yes.
So,
Does that give him a +5 to the probe check too?
Bonus action
Well, it
heals.
says specifically to attacks.
Gonna
And
attack.
then he gets advantage on.
It's a nat
some
1.
saving
That's a
throws, but I
that's a
don't
miss.
think
That's a
you're
miss.
gonna have to make saves during this fight.
That's 16 hits. 1 hit.
Here, wait, what uniform am I wearing?
I believe standard.
Yeah, but you came in the standard.
Yeah,
Hey, question.
but still,
Would your
15 is my
unarmored be higher?
unarmored.
Okay.
Okay, that is
So
16. May have hit exactly then if you were
Yes.
wearing anything else.
Standard. Our standard. I have it pulled up right here.
Standard is 12
12
plus
plus
dex,
dex.
okay, my dex is a +1.
So yeah,
Okay.
you
So, yeah, you're
take
on
then your
RAC
normal
'cause you're
standard
Leon
armor.
and
Yes, that's part of the nice thing with the armor.
And being
Okay,
barbarian
that is
just being
18 to 9 points of damage.
Okay,
Looking
that's
bad.
fine.
That's Orson. Your turn.
Dex, con, shit.
I'm still at 15.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
One
You
more.
get them off. You just there's 10 people left.
So next, if you survive this one round, I can get you. You just can't
In
drop.
that last
Perfect.
round, yeah.
Can't drop.
And then pilot, be ready to get us
Oh, yeah.
out
Do
of
you
here.
have
Don't
one more
drop.
doctor's orders, or did you
The
already use
second
it?
he's
Well,
on
I think
ship.
he's out of hit dice.
And
Yeah.
You already used all 3?
Well,
Yeah, okay, that's what I was.
we'll be able to boost as well, right?
I'm about to do something on your turn. Go.
All my others.
All right.
Yeah,
The
you're
2
good.
attacks on him, and I get a +5.
Yes.
Yeah, to your attacks.
Wait.
That is 21 plus
I have to
5,
see him, never mind.
26.
Hits.
Second attack. That's a 2 plus 4 plus 5. That's not gonna help.
11.
Hang on, what would it
You
be?
hit once.
Math-wise.
Plus 4 plus 5.
11.
11.
He needs
so
a
I could
16,
only get
yeah.
up to 15.
Even
yeah.
with your last one, yeah.
Yeah. Just barely not enough to hit.
Still doing damage though.
It's okay, just stay up.
Getting close.
Okay, that is 27 points of damage.
27.
So 14 half.
14. As he looks horribly bloodied. End of your turn. Captain! Turn. Something is wrong with our communications.
We gotta hack again.
It's a trick. He turns you. Lying Federation dogs.
Does he have
Destroy the ship. Kill them all.
Get him out of there.
Get us out of here.
I have to make a check. This is gonna be a posed check.
August.
What is it?
Can
based
I
on?
do a quick thing real quick?
Depends. Yes.
I want to look for their gun section.
Ooh. I will tell you right now, you won't find it.
Okay. then.
As ships is, these are not like Federation ships. They're very divided.
Okay.
I'll be very fair.
That's fine.
Good to know.
This is gonna be. You'll both get to make one from your stations. This is using the ship's standard, of course. So both of you, for this, are going to be making this +4 because it's basically a post interfere. They're trying to
Okay.
make sure everything stops.
Okay. What could I see from the position I'm at?
That is very
You can see that.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh, I got an 18 plus 4, 22. Oh my
Is this
goodness.
the 9th? Nat 20?
Yeah.
We're getting there.
August is like, I gotta stop them from rolling.
The
Yeah.
dice tell the story.
Did I tell the story?
What just happened?
They rolled 2 nat 20s.
What?
I'm not even making this shit up.
August.
I
No, you're
I
fine.
actively am not. That's
What's
wild.
their modifier?
Their modifier with a Cleon Bird of Prey is a +3. So
Okay.
one of them succeeds and one
If I
fails.
used my last sage advice on her, would we technically
Oh.
Here's what's about to happen. They're not going to disable your comms. For sure. You'll have to use it.
Okay.
Okay.
That succeeds. In this moment, their command is here, McTavish.
Uh-huh.
Orson, unfortunately, now that they're on to you, shall I
Yep.
say, the timer ran out early, shall we say,
Yeah.
not the full 17. Timer running out early. They might be able to get you or the rest of the Kobayashi Maru crew.
They're not real.
Yeah, let's get the real
they're
one
not
back.
real.
Yeah, they're not real. And even then, we got most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Understood, sir. And that's what I will target with my check.
August, is there anything I could see that
Permission
could
to use
cripple
the
their
advantage?
ship?
Yes.
Okay.
As that's why it's high command, everything. Like, this is their leaders right here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
15.
A 15 does not beat the DC
Oh,
for being
no.
on the further bird of prey.
Oh,
Again,
no.
Kobayashi Maru has been in the middle.
Can we sneak to the very edge of
Oh.
neutral ground and then try and get him?
Here's what's about to happen. As we're about to enter again into the initiative, finishing off Orson, the Klingons will take, again, because you guys all got your big stuff beforehand.
I'd actually rather them not finish off Orson.
Well, finish. What's about to happen is this. The Klingons are going to act for their ship, because again, their ship acts last out of everyone before we get back to you guys at the top. Both Klingon ships are going to fire at your ship.
Good thing
Got
we
it.
have shields up. Okay.
Shields
And
are up.
we don't have a reaction because I used the advantage.
It's okay. We've
They're
got
going
shields.
to use their big attacks. Yike. That is 2 hits from both using. I'm gonna have to roll this electronically. I don't have that much die.
What?
Oh. TPK.
Your shields take 81 points of damage,
Oh.
We take 2 damage until we're at 90 hit points.
meaning shields down.
And I don't have a reaction to just bump them back up.
Correct. As this
And the
happens,
advantage roll higher.
we are back to the top of the order. Jumbo, you're in the consi right now.
Yeah.
What's the play? Before we
How
enter
much-
the cabbage.
How much further is it to the edge of neutral ground?
Right now, you're kind of on the edge. If we're talking specifics, it's only about 100 feet. It's terrifyingly close.
Okay.
Because you have to be in a close range for tractor beam anyway.
Because I want to get closer so that the metagaming,
Lower DC.
there's a lower DC to get him back. And then when I get back, I want to use the remainder of the movement to just get out.
Hey, question. We are technically already in violation of the treaty because of the one ship that we were trying to rescue being in there.
Yeah.
So, can we just get closer because we don't even have weapons
Also,
available?
my question.
So it's not even that we're intending to harm.
How does the scenario end? Because if we get out and that ends the scenario, then you're safe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the simulation.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah. So
Can we like
how do
insight
we?
that?
I will say Orson can insight this.
Okay. Gonna be
We
technology.
If
do know
we're-
that part of it has been real.
Actually, yeah, I'd say
That's
yes.
true.
Sweet.
Question: if we're
13.
if we're proficient, if we are
You
expert,
might.
in,
That's a way to end the simulation, just
you
by
let
warping
people
away.
give the help action if they're proficient. I have expertise in
You
insight.
do.
Can I give him?
Yes, I'll allow it. I'll
Okay.
allow it. Yes, no, that's usually how I allow it.
22.
Oh my
22.
gosh, so
Okay.
much better.
If you warp away, those nat 13s coming in, there's a 50-50 chance that McTavish dies.
Okay, let's get him.
I'm not
But
gonna risk my 50-50.
you all, it's not just 50% chance you go, ends. If you stay, he dies. The other 50 is if you go, there's a possibility you die, if that makes sense, because if the simulation doesn't allow you to leave, then it's everyone dies. So that's where, and it works perfectly with you two. Again, that's you're telling the story really well tonight. It's a
My
50-50.
gosh.
What's the goal? Do you leave possibly saving a life and killing him, or leave possibly saving all of yours but killing all yours? It's an impossible choice right now.
Ha ha ha, Kobayashi Maru, the impossible choice.
I didn't plan it. This is what you guys rolled.
Are you
I-
serious?
Look at this.
Oh
Look at what
my
you've done. Like, I just
Oh.
kind of
As
positioned.
I said, when a risk is a 50-50 chance, I prefer to take it for the benefit of the greater good, but I am not in command.
That's, yeah, prime directive.
I would
Captain.
rather regret doing something than regret not doing something. So
So-
let's do it.
Let's go into the Klingon Empire and get
save
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Piloting, easy enough. Moves you within the space.
Vroom, vroom.
As you're all acting together, McTavish, you hear, Captain, the Federation is moving into Klingon space. You see, as, again, blades, both of you have your blades kind of in each other's guts. It's
Yeah.
that death-to-death blow. He goes, good. Fire the kinetic torpedoes and the thermite. Rip them to shreds. As he kind of pushes under you. You've moved in.
Can we move in and try and beam him back in one action?
That's going to be Orson's. Because,
Yeah.
again, your action is
Question.
moving the ship.
Yeah.
Your action is going to do
So
this.
comms are up again.
Comms, your guys' comms are about even right now. Their comms are definitely
Does that
up,
mean
but
it's
so is
video
yours.
backup?
I just read
Not in the
something
area they're fighting though.
that may
You would
become
have to like
important.
do something big to hack that.
Quick question, August. We have these wonderful things on the ship called ablative and reactive plating layer and absorptive and reactive shielding, saying
And
we have
sexy, yeah.
resistant to energy and kinetic damage.
Correct.
For both.
Oh,
Nice.
Did we already have that?
Mhm.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, here's a random
Oh yeah, I
question.
have 81 points of damage down to from 162.
Good. Just wanted to check.
So, just glancing over my character sheet as we were prepping for this, at any point during the simulation, has my discerning character told me anything about anybody?
I'll text you.
I also am interested. Is it possible for someone on the Klingon ship to direct the camera towards the fight? Like, is it just like stuck into the wall? That's not possible at all.
I don't think that would be possible.
Dang, I was gonna say.
You would have needed
Yeah,
McTavish
left
to
your
walk in with something like that.
I'll show
Make the
you.
check, Orson. Get.
What?
23.
I spent less than $25.
We got McTavish.
Yes.
I will tell you in this moment right now. McTavish, you're back.
Whew.
There are 10 people on the Kobayashi Maru, and they're about to fire all hell on you.
Guys, where
And
did Jack
we're gonna
disappear?
use the rest of our movement to get out.
Jack is gone.
All right,
What?
here we go. Marissa, I need the engineer
No.
to help out real quick.
That's all I know.
What?
Would you go ahead and make
Just-
me with a
Fully disappeared at some point.
plus
What
6
the-
to this with your
He
no,
wasn't
excuse me.
real the whole
I
time.
wonder if he's part of the
Fear.
sim. Yeah, he might have been.
I kind
Hatch.
of figured from the beginning, but like that
You're
would
gonna
have
make
been
a
so
plus 8.
metagaming.
Yeah.
Then he just died.
Just roll.
Yeah, but
A plus
also
8.
fully disappeared.
So
Get us out of here.
I
All
wonder
this
if
plus
this is
8.
all planned.
That's
to
gonna
see
be-
what you're gonna do.
Need the final
when do you
DC.
think it's real?
26. No, wait. I did that
Hums.
wrong. I did math wrong.
Oh,
What's 14 plus 8 is 8.
26.
22.
22?
22.
Thank you. I can't count.
Ah, it
but
doesn't beat the
22.
25.
Oh, it doesn't beat the 25?
Doesn't beat the 25.
Do we roll an 8 D8 with it?
Yes,
About to
yes.
happen.
Let's
Also,
roll a
yes,
D8
power
with
die.
that.
Power die to O to
Oh, yes.
yep.
Reaction as well. Roll with advantage.
Over
Ooh.
there.
Okay, good.
If that's
thank
alright,
you.
I'll say
I've
already-
actually tipped
What was the
before I can do it so many
D8?
times.
Yeah.
Here, roll with
I-
advantage.
First
roll
roll
the
with
D8 because the
advantage.
D8
Yeah,
might
roll
put
the
us
D8 might do it because you could save that just in case.
Yeah.
Oh. 26.
Oh, yes!
We're holding the
As
reaction.
you leave,
Thank you.
everything warps. You feel that big, and simulation ended.
What the top?
All of you stop.
three?
Suddenly, everyone's here. McTavish, your wounds are healed.
Son of a bitch.
As walking out of small little archway is a lieutenant who sits there and goes, "Excellent, cadets. If you'll please wait here for a quick evaluation from Fleet Admiral Hank Noble." Okay.
So-
See, a heart attack.
The fact that the simulation was failing was part of the simulation?
Walking precisely, you see stands in away. Over the years, the Kobayashi Maru has been used too many times to perfectly encapsulate the true fear that is needed. Of course, none of you were ever in any danger, but we had to simulate enough danger to provoke this response to see how you would all respond. An interesting choice to leave behind a crew, assuming their lives were less simply due to being that of a simulation. Now, of course, this is a perfectly reasonable response, but an interesting response to take when your real crew lives were still aboard. Please make your way back to the examination hall. You will receive your letters, and we will conduct personal private interviews, and we will assign your positions in the coming days. Dismissed?
Question. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Question for the DM.
This is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh!
Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.
Okay,
Goodbye.
well then I do have a